Yes, blessed love, people, blessed love, blessed love. We are here once again for community conversations. I see the room is filling up with everybody. I was just trying out a few new things, and yeah, I'm hoping that it's coming through anyway. But also, the reason I was late, and I do apologize for that today, is because I was really trying to find out how to upload audios, which I'm not quite sure about. But I guess we'll improvise as always and we'll get around it. So blessed love once again. Yes, yes, yes. I see that my moderator is in, nice and strong. I think we're going to need it tonight, my sister. As much moderation as possible, because I'm sure the Dotty Bungle and the trolls them are in full flow. So I'm not even going to beat around the bush this week, my brothers and sisters. I want to wrap something up. This whole show this week is going to be, this live is going to be about the Peter Bailey debacle. That's what it's going to be about this week, because I don't know where this guy gets off in saying the things that he says, but we're going to dissect it. We're going to go over it with a fine-tooth comb. Blessed love, family. I see everybody climbing in there. Blessed love to you. Yeah, blessed love. We're going to chop it up. We're going to look at both videos and we're going to dissect them piece by piece. That's what we're going to do, because there's a lot of miscommunication going on within those videos, and there's also blatantly out and out lies from Peter Bailey, 100%. So blessed love. Let's just wait for the community to gather. And yeah, I'm ready for them tonight. I'm in the mood tonight. Yes, yes, beloveds. So yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, Peter Bailey is behaving like a classic perpetrator, and somebody who's also addicted to substances. How can we even have that as a reliable source on its own? You know, on its own, someone who's not even trying. That's not going to be the way. Let me just wait for the community to gather. I want to see where the trolls are tonight. I want Bricky Mindset to be in there tonight. That's who I want to be in there. And a few others, one or two others. In fact, I'd love Daredevil TV to come on. And there's another fool. I just literally just now, it's another reason that I was slightly late, is because one of my followers called me to make me aware that Truths and Rights TV is saying that he's invited me onto his live tonight at 9:30 apparently, and if I don't turn up by 9:45, then I'm scared of him. What the heck? I've never spoken to this man in my life. I don't know what he looks like. I've seen one video of him saying that I'm destroying black men, and that's it. Why would I be invited? I don't go on your platform with your 34 followers. I'm not one of them. I don't know why I would even be aware that there was some kind of invitation, because you have not spoken to me. I spoke to Peter Bailey last week. In fact, let me just wait, because I've lined it up that we can show his videos and we can start to chop it up from there, really, because this man is just unbelievable. The barefacedness of it all is what really, really gets to me. And the other thing as well is let me just get straight into it, my brothers and sisters, because this guy, honestly, and I'll tell you another thing, if I'm not scared of rat, I ain't scared of no one. Let me tell you that. Big and serious, my brothers and sisters. Big and serious. Oh, okay. So let's see what's happening tonight now. Right. Come in, people. You know what kills me about most of it, though, is that this Lionheart guy, yeah, wanted to have a word with you, actually. I'm glad I saw you there. Truth and Rights is Bailey's solicitor. Oh, really? And he's going to need him. That's what's going to happen. He's going to need him, Lionheart. And another thing as well, you put a comment in, didn't you, saying something about anywhere you see me, I know what it is. What the hell's that supposed to mean? If you want to make a threat, don't make them veiled. I'll send a link in a minute and you can come on and chat to me one-to-one. Don't make little threats in the comments. I'm not tolerating any kind of intimidation from you people, whether you're perpetrators, whether you are soothsayers, whether you are naysayers. towards me, I don't care. But you see, you Lionheart, whoever you are hiding behind whatever you hide behind, don't make threats to me, because I don't take kindly to them. And I fear nobody but the most high living God. It's about time you people realize that. Deal with him, moderator, if he decides he's going to go on with anything. How dare you, Lionheart? How dare you think you can put it on me? Who do you think you are? I've not done anything but speak the truth of what our sisters have been enduring in this community for generations. And Peter Bailey knows what he did. And tonight, I'm going to put a very different angle on those voice notes that he was sharing, but not sharing, because there's lots of voice notes that he missed out. How about that? Not taking their foolishness tonight. Making threats about when I come a road, I know what time it is. Who do you think you are? Come and say that to my face then. Come on. Not taking these threats tonight. I've just about had a stomach full of you people. Deny, deny, deny. Like you sit down on the man's cocky at their time. Yes, I'm raw tonight. Yeah, you don't sit down on this man's cocky. You don't know what he's doing. And how is it that man them are commenting on what a man does behind closed doors? What? Are you all in it together? Huh? I'm not dealing with that. I am not dealing with that tonight, and I'm not going to be gracious about it either. How dare you try to threaten me? Like I said, if I'm not frightened of Vincent Rat, I'm not frightened of none of you, because none of you lot had the balls to deal with him. So why do you think you got the balls to come and deal with anybody else? How dare they? Tell me where you are. Shut up. What is this? What is this? Go and lower the tone somewhere else. Kick them out, please, moderator. We're not going to entertain these people tonight. Why are you here? You're not here for anything apart from to make trouble or to try to intimidate people. You're gone. Thank you. Unbelievable. Tell me where you are. You want to hurt me. You people want to hurt me because I speak the truth of your dirty works. Not having it anymore. Make me sick. Yeah, I didn't come up here and talk about Peter Bailey. I don't know this cat from Adam. Yes, I'm aware of his name, like most people are. And I think I know one or two people that may know him personally. Prior to this, I've never spoken to this man in my life. I've never met him. I don't know him. I don't know him from Adam. But a victim called me, and not only called me, it was a very recent event back in July. Bear that in mind when you listen to the next things that I'm going to show you. Bear that in mind that this goes back to July. Bear in mind that the voice notes that Peter Bailey played on Daredevil TV, they go back to July because the offense was committed in July, right? Now, the reason that I've never played these voice notes when I first made that allegation is because, unlike some people might try to say, I do not give out anything that is going to tamper with a court case or police evidence. And that was police evidence. So now Peter Bailey's gone and done that on Daredevil TV. He's committed an offence and he will be getting a knock soon. He better be getting a knock soon. Otherwise, I will be complaining to the IPP or whatever they call themselves these days, the Independent Police Complaints Commission, whatever they call themselves, because you know what? They're out of order. They're out of order, the police are. That man should not be on road right now. And he knows he got arrested. You're a liar, Peter Bailey. You got arrested. No one said the man was in prison. People assumed that when I said arrested, I was saying the man was in prison. I've heard this as well. Oh, she said he was in prison and he's on road. You people need to just get a brain transplant. I'm so sick of you. No one said the man was in prison. Part of why would I say he's in prison and then say I'm going to bring him on the live? Fool. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yeah? It makes no sense whatsoever. And this man, brothers and sisters, I'm going to play you part one of what this fool has been doing and saying. Let's go through it, my brothers and sisters.
Everything. All the texts she sent. And everything, yeah? So tune in.
The Hardest TV in association with Block 5 Entertainment, and we're back again. You know what time it is. We're out here for the real talk interviews. And we're a man like Peter Bailey, legendary name from the roads of Brixton. You know what time it was. Man had the big long trench coat and the shotty, you get me? Drug dealers and
Do you know what, my brothers and sisters? This is the first thing that gets me about this individual, who I just reckon he must have had a pin-up of Peter Bailey on his wall when he was a boy. I mean, what the hell is that hero worship about? Man with the shotty and the trench coat. When are we going to uphold the positive things in our community? Why was he roaming around the community with a shotty and a trench coat? This man is not an upstanding member that should be given legendhood in our community. It's just not acceptable. It's really not acceptable. So whoever this guy is obviously a yes person of Peter Bailey. Maybe he robbed him back in the day. My DMs are full of testimony right now. They're full of testimony of people telling me what this individual has done, holding guns to pregnant women, or to pregnant women's bellies so he can rob them, probably to get crack. You know, who is this guy? He's a scumbag, is what he is. You know what you did to that victim. You know you got arrested for it. You were bailed to return, Peter Bailey. You were bailed to return. But let's just go through it, just to refresh everybody's memories, brothers and sisters.
In the Yardies didn't feel that, but he was out there. But anyway, your name's back in the headlines now, big man, for something different. Word on road is the women out there are saying you was a rapist. What are you saying to that?
I ain't no rapist, man. That's all I'm saying about that. You know what I mean? I ain't no rapist. People know my works, man.
So hear what I'm saying, yeah? The talk is that since this allegation has come out, you've took off all your social medias since you was arrested on this charge. What do you say to that?
I ain't even been on social media. I don't know nothing about that. I've never been on social media, Facebook or any of that shit. I'm just about on WhatsApp, much less. You get me? So that's full of shit. They're lying.
As the police arrested Peter.
So let me just make another point about this social media thing, because I'm going to break it down bit by bit. I was told by the victim that he had shut down his social media. This was the term that she used. He shut down his social media on the back of what he did to me. Because sister been trying to get hold of this guy, as he showed you in the voice notes, but reserve judgment on that and read between the lines of those voice notes, because it's not exactly a love note, is it, that she's sending? But she, when I clarified that with her over what he said, that he doesn't have social media, she's a 62-year-old woman who's probably a worse technophobe than I am, trust me, yeah? And when she said social media, she meant WhatsApp. She meant that he had shut down his WhatsApp, he wasn't communicating with her, and that's what she meant. So what makes me laugh about people that tell lies is that they pick out the smallest little details. In the bigger scheme of things, whether you shut down your social media or not, by the by, yeah, it's just information that I got, hence the reason I was regurgitating it. But that's just a small thing. But they want to make that into some sort of big thing. You shut down your social media, or you didn't shut down your social media. Does that make me a liar? No, it doesn't, because that's what I was told. Yeah. And when we whittled it down, they actually meant WhatsApp, and WhatsApp is a form of social media. So the woman said social media is a blanket term, and that's the term that I used. That's that one cleared up. Whether you was on Facebook in the past or whatever, I wouldn't know that.
Bailey and put him in a jail cell?
Nah.
Nah?
No.
So what's the most the police have done with you?
Come chat to me and tell me about this woman's made allegations, and I just showed them my text on my phone. And that was it, mate.
And what are you saying? They just walked away? No handcuffs, no nothing?
No, nothing.
Absolute rubbish. So you wasn't arrested then? You wasn't questioned. You wasn't bailed to return. And when you returned after you'd committed yet another offence of contacting the victim, you wasn't questioned on that bail to return about that offence. Is that so? Continue.
So let me tell you now, obviously you've just said you've got texts from this woman. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, what was or still is your connection with the woman in question?
With her, since this allegation, she has texted me a number of times on this phone. I got all the texts and all the love and come round and all that bollocks. So that's the only connection I have with her right now.
So hear what it's saying up there. Like this Afua Rose has spoke on what the women are saying. And he said that the victim and her daughter have gone through years of hiding the pain. And they want Peter Bailey outed. They want the world to know what he done. What do you say to that?
She's full of shit, man. I don't know what she's talking about. I've never dealt with her too just the other day sort of thing. Yeah, they're full of shit, man.
So what I'm saying to you, yeah, is saying back in the day, this is what's up there as well for everyone to listen to. It's saying back in the day, Peter Bailey was running through the Brixton community, raping any woman that he felt he wanted to. What do you say to that?
No, man, that's bollocks, man. Back in them days, the girls were raping me. Really, they should be charged for raping me. Cause I've been raped a number of times by them women out there. Give me your cock and all that bollocks, so I'll just let them get on with it.
Okay. So what I'm saying to you, yeah, it's also said that in this day, no woman should be alone with Peter Bailey. It's said that Peter Bailey should not have any woman in his home on his own because he's got something that will knock him out. So I'm saying to you that in the way of people thinking, that means that you've got some sort of date rape drug that's knocking out women so you can do whatever you choose to them. What's your answer to that?
Fuck yeah. Nah, man. I just about can support my own drug habit, let alone giving drugs to next people. You're crazy, man.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you now, I have to be fair to Afua Rose when I ask you this question. She said on her live that she has checked, double checked and triple checked before she put it out there for the world to see what you was on. She said herself in her live that she was shocked because she knows the name Peter Bailey. She's been hearing it for years, but never for something like this.
Yeah, but she's a journalist. Don't you think she should come to me first as well? And she both sides.
Yeah, well, you say...
Sorry, I've got to stop it there, brothers and sisters, because this bit just kills me anyway. No one said I was a journalist. He assumed that. But when it comes on to him saying that... Hold on, let me just rewind that bit there. What did he say here?
That bollocks, so I'll just let him get on with it.
Okay. Saying back in the day, this is what's up there as well for everyone to listen to. It's saying back in the...
That's it. I've never said that back in the day. I said we don't know what man was up to back in the day because of his activities. He's done a lot of things. And when it comes on to him saying that he knew the victim for years, and that she'd been suffering under him for years, where the hell did that come from? I said that she knew him for years. She says in the voice note, I knew him for 40 odd years. She's never made any bones about that. Yeah, somebody that she knew of. Otherwise, he could not have been around her or in her space. But what he did to her by drugging her and raping her to the point where she needed stitches, and that's been recorded. Yeah, you have to go somewhere to get stitches. That's all been verified and recorded. So what he's talking about here, absolute lies. Prove what you're saying, Peter Bailey, because we certainly can prove what we're saying. Yeah, the victim has gone to the police. You were arrested. You're a damn liar. You know you were arrested, and you're about to be arrested again. Yeah, if the police are going to hold true to what they're saying, and as far as I'm concerned, they shouldn't let you back out on road. You should go on remand until the case comes up. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to sit here boldly saying these things if it's not the case. How dare you even try to make a veiled threat at me? I think that's in video number 2, which I'm going to get into in a minute. He hasn't been arrested. You're too lie. You've been arrested. The police, people have made statements. They've spoken to people. Yeah? They've made statements and it's been given to the police and you have been collared a few times on it. You know you have. But you think that these voice notes and these text messages, which I had all along, so I knew what was going on, yeah, is going to save you. And now, like an idiot, you've gone and committed another offense. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? He's an idiot, a total idiot, who seems to think that people should be scared of him because he used to walk with a shotgun and a trench coat. Shame on you, is what I say. And you people are going to hell. I even saw Quincy commenting in my comments about him, saying that if it was Quincy, it might be a fake page. People do that to me as well and use my picture. But if it was him, I thought to myself, wow, why would you come on and comment? Even when I was talking about you and your nasty little crimes, you didn't have anything to say. You tried to create this whole decoy with Mega Man, and now you have something to say about bloody Peter Bailey. You're all connected. You're all connected. I know who Peter Bailey's affiliates are. People talk, and they talk in shadows because you people are bullies, is what you are. And I don't like bullies. I never have. Making threats. Yeah, the threats have gone up again in my DMs. Who do you people think you are? You can't threaten God's anointed. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about flesh. And I also don't fear death. That's what you people don't seem to realize. I protect myself for the sake of my children. But if it was me one, let me tell you, I don't care. I really, really don't. Because I don't see death maybe in the same way that a lot of people do. I see that as a beginning. And as Marcus Garvey once said, in life, I am an annoyance to you, but in death, I will be a terror. And that's what I believe. So carry on, because what have you got apart from to try to hurt people or kill them? What have you got? Any of you that want to come and make threats to me, what do you have apart from saying you're going to take my life? Which at the end of the day does not scare me, because I know the God I serve. You people need to own up to what you've done, which is never going to happen, actually. So if it isn't going to happen, fall the fuck back. Because right now, women have suffered, and you know what you've done to these women. All of you know. But all you do is come on here, deny, go on social media, deny. Quincy, you're there. Come and have a word with me, Quincy. There's somebody called Quincy Fates. Is it you that made the comment? Yeah? If you're a fake account, come and have a word anyway, but don't come in Quincy's name and try to stir up trouble. I'm sick and tired of the way that Brixton handles this. Yeah? You should be ashamed of yourselves, the people that are doing what you are doing. You all know what took place back in the day. You all know that big man used to look little girls. You all know certain girls that got battered and raped, and you got fuckers saying that they believed it, that the girls liked it, sorry. You know? Now you got this fool coming on saying that he did not do what he did. You know you did what you did. You know the police arrested you. Yeah? But don't worry, we'll get into it. I ain't going to play too much of him now. He's actually jarring me. And the guy that's interviewing him, I thought it was quite a balanced interview in the beginning, for the first video, actually. You know, he asked the questions. He didn't have too much of an opinion. But in the second one, he's absolutely leading the subject. Absolutely leading him. And then you've got people like Bricky Mindset. Is he in there tonight? Idiot. Or did we throw him out already? You know, the guy that used to troll the pages all over the place, telling him don't come on Afua's live and whatever. I wanted to have a conversation with the man. But actually, you probably done him a favor, because I was looking to rip his ass out. He's a liar. He's a liar of the highest order. And if you hear the suffering that victim has been through, you'll understand why I'm angry. You'll understand why I'm angry. Yeah, but I'm going to play you everything, and then I'm going to explain to you what exactly is going on with those voice notes, because he's trying to make out like it's some kind of love note. Why is she mentioning solicitors if it's a love note? Why is she mentioning that? But there's a piece that he missed out, and I want to know why. Because if you're innocent, you'd play all of the voice notes that she sent you, Peter Bailey, wouldn't you? You'd play every single one of those voice notes. Let me play number 2 for you, brothers and sisters, just for those who've not seen it. Yeah. Unbelievable people. Unbelievable people. And then to put the victim through it again with your denial, your public denial, you know, unbelievable. Just unbelievable, the things that they do.
Big up to all the women that know they got me and they know my thing is 100, you get me? See? Big up to all the women them. Bless.
The Hardest TV, in association with Block 5 Entertainment, and man's back again, out here in search of the real talk. You know how it goes, the saga continues. Legendary Peter Bailey Part 2, you get me? So hear what I'm saying? We're going to start this differently, big man. We're going to start this with a little something for the people that are up there supporting and the people that are against. Everyone's got opinions, only right. So I'm going to give you a few people's opinions. You tell me what your opinion is on that. So we're going to start with Bricky Mindstate TV. You get me? Big up man like Bricky Mindset TV. Yeah. I would warn Peter Bailey not to go live with Afua on her platform. She already slandered you. She would love to see you explain yourself to her as if she is some kind of appointed judge. She will try to ridicule you, bro, no matter what you say. What are you saying to that?
Yeah, no one's going to ridicule me, man. Yeah, and I respect for that, man. Yeah, I respect, but no one's going to ridicule me, man. Trust me.
See what I'm saying? We're going to go over to Juliet Phillips. She said, Peter Bailey, I don't believe you.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, you know.
Yeah, real talk. Let's go over to Rudy Thompson. He said, Afua Rose owes Peter Bailey a deep online and worldwide apology. Straight up real talk. What are you saying to that?
An apology. I've got kids out of road. I've got 4 daughters out of road. You get me? Apology is not doing it. You get me? If I tell you, look, apology is not doing it.
So let's get on to the last one. We got a M. Johnson. They said, listen, I knew one of the mothers of his children and she was terrified of him because of the domestic abuse she experienced from his hands. What are you saying to that?
Yeah. You know what? You lot go on Facebook and the internet and all that. Go and pull up my baby mother and hear what she's got to say. She's on there. Pull her up. You get me? Nice, Shelley.
Yes, brothers and sisters, let me just haul up that for a minute. Hey, this guy. First of all, you've got lots of baby mothers. So maybe you're in a good place with the one that's defending you. I don't know. But you've got lots of others that aren't. I can tell you that. Yeah? Lots of others and lots of people that know what you did to your baby mothers as well. But that's not my subject here tonight. Yeah? It just shows that what you are, which is a thoroughly nasty piece of work. You know, there's also this thing about an apology. Apology, why? Like I said to you people when you wanted me to apologize to Sir Lloyd, he's a rapist. That's what he is. And that's what Peter Bailey is as well. I will never apologize to a rapist. What for? I have not slandered anybody. I've given you the information that the victim has given to me, yeah, and that the victim has given to the police. When he talks about the voice notes and that he showed the police his text messages, yeah, the victim had already surrendered that to the police and volunteered that information. And I'll tell you why in a minute. I've got some of those same text messages here that I've been given permission to share. Where's it gone? You know, and I know everything that was true. Please, please, please let me know how long I was out for and what you done to me. It doesn't matter. It's between us, no feds involved. Yeah? Now look at it from this standpoint. This woman had been drugged and raped and then left after her bank card was stolen as well. And that's another thing. Yeah, but I won't go too much into that at the moment. But she was left And at the point where she was drugged, she ended up being out for almost 2 days. When she woke up, what would you be like? You'd be confused, you'd be groggy, and that grogginess actually would last more than just a few days if you'd been given that amount of possibly Rohypnol. I'm saying Rohypnol because of my knowledge of these types of drugs. Yeah, being a substance misuse specialist amongst other specialists, amongst other things that I specialize in. But I do know about substances. And most people know that I spent a lot of time in the drugs field in the early part of my career. So if we're talking about a drug that knocks you out very quickly, that keeps you out, that disappears from your system very, very quickly, and that can have you down under like an elephant tranquilizer for so long, it's probably Rohypnol, the date rape drug, which was very popular in the 90s. It's probably what it was, probably. Can that be taken from bloods and things like that? Well, I certainly hope so. And that's something that's going through at the moment. The police are doing their investigations. Everybody's supposed to know how this works. They get nicked, they get questioned. If there's not evidence right up front there and then, they're bailed to return while the police gather their evidence. And that's what's going on at the moment. That's what's happening. So you know what you've done, Peter. You know that. You know you knocked the woman out with a drug in her, a Jimmy in her drink, or what we used to say, stuck a Jimmy in her drink. You know that you did that. You know that after the fact, you robbed her. Yeah, you know all of that. So you carry on saying what you're saying, and it will come out eventually because you've just committed another offense. So let's see what happens with that one. They need to move. The police are taking the piss with these people, to be fair. Yeah. If a man goes and he wants to rob a bank, which is a massive corporation that just sucks the lifeblood of people and communities anyway, he's going to get 25 years. But you see with these perpetrators and these pedophiles, the police don't seem to care. Is that because in their upper ranks and with the judges, they're all on the same thing? They don't seem to care about when women are being terrorized by the likes of this Peter Bailey, Vincent Rat, and whoever else wants to commit their perpetrations out in our community. Yeah. But actually, they've never cared about any of us. They've never actually cared about any of us in our community, whether that's women, whether that's the men. They've never actually cared about any of us. So guess what? We care about ourselves. And it's high time somebody talked about what has been going on in our community, the way that brothers seem to want to feel they can treat black women and nobody's going to say anything about it. We are saying something about it. His time is up. And you know what you did, Peter Bailey. I don't know how to upload these voice notes, but I'm certainly going to try. But for the time being, let's look at what else he's saying. Oops, that's not the one. This guy.
Big up to all the women that know they got me and they know my thing is 100, you get me? See? Big up to all the women them. Bless.
The Hardest TV, in association with Block 5 Entertainment, and man's back again, out here in search of the real talk. You know how it goes, the saga continues. Legendary Peter Bailey, part 2, you get me? So hear what I'm saying? We're going to start this differently, big man. We're going to start this with a little something for the people that are up there supporting and the people that are against. Everyone's got opinions, only right. So I'm going to give you a few people's opinions. You tell me what your opinion is on that. So we're going to start with Bricky Mindstate TV. You get me? Big up man like Bricky Mindset TV. Yeah. I would warn Peter Bailey not to go live with Afua on her platform. She already slandered you. She would love to see you explain yourself to her as if she is some kind of appointed judge. She will try to ridicule you, bro, no matter what you say. What are you saying to that?
Yeah, no one's going to ridicule me, man. Yeah, and I have respect for that, man. Yeah, I respect, but no one's going to ridicule me, man. Trust me.
See what I'm saying? We're going to go over to Juliet Phillips. She said, Peter Bailey, I don't believe you.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, you know.
Yeah, real talk. Let's go to Rudy Thompson. He said, Afua Rose owes Peter Bailey a deep online and worldwide apology. Straight up real talk. What are you saying to that?
Apology. I've got kids out the road. I've got 4 daughters out the road. You get me? Apology is not doing it. You get me? Chat, if I tell you, look, apology is not doing it.
So let's get on to the last one. We got a M. Johnson. They said, listen, I knew one of the mothers of his children and she was terrified of him because of the domestic abuse she experienced from his hands. What are you saying to that?
Yeah. You know what? You lot go on Facebook and the internet and all that. Go and pull up my baby mother and hear what she's got to say. She's on there. Pull her up. You get me? Nice, Shelley.
Let's get into this real talk, big man. Obviously, everybody who's interested in this situation knows that Miss Rose did another YouTube live on Friday. Let's get into one of the most important things she stated in that interview. She said that the lady who has made these accusations regards you and your name has watched your interview and is still sticking to the fact 100% Peter Bailey raped her. What are you saying to that?
I'm sticking with mine 100% that I didn't.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you, why would this woman put this vicious accusation out against the name of Peter Bailey? Like, what reason would she have to try and tarnish you out here?
She's carrying feelings, man. Every man know what that means. She's carrying feelings, bro.
Peter, please call me, yeah? It's nothing to do with feds or nothing, yeah? Because I'm not into that. Just please call me. I need to talk to you about something. Please call me. Yo, Peter, call me ASAP, yeah? It's kind of important. Call me. Peter, pick up your phone or call me, yeah? This is nothing to do with feds or solicitors. It's to do with you and me. Come on, man. I've known you for 45 years. Just call me. I just need to talk to you. Or pick up your fucking phone. Don't worry about no court case, for fuck's sake.
On that same live, Miss Rose has made it clear that you and her had a conversation on Thursday on the phone.
Yeah.
How did that conversation go regards you? How did you feel about that?
It was alright. She was courteous. I was courteous back. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fine.
So what I'm saying, people are asking me to ask you, did you in any way feel like this is a disrespect after your name's being tarnished on the internet? The woman whose platform has put it out there is just belling you up.
No, I'm a professional, man. I dealt with her how I was supposed to have dealt with her.
Okay, so I'm going to say this to you. It's been made clear that everybody who has been accused of anything since this platform and this lady came forward has always stated that they're innocent. People are saying no one ain't going to come on no interview and say they did it. No one ain't going to come up and say, yeah, I did rape this woman. So I'm going to ask you, what does Peter Bailey say to that?
You don't see me hiding under no rock, do you? I'm out here. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So I'm going to say this to you, big man. I spoke to you a bit earlier on this. There's a comment where someone said you needed a public apology. The roads are saying you need a public apology. People are coming up to me. People are DMing me. They're saying, listen, Peter needs to be going for that public apology at the least. He needs to be making sure that happens. What are you saying to that?
As I said before, apology ain't gonna really do it, But, apology face to face, yeah, that would be a start. But even then, it still wouldn't be enough. But maybe if she keep my name out of her mouth, maybe, yeah, I'll be content.
Okay. So also, Miss Rose said that she was going to state to you on the phone, but she forgot. to tell you she's not a journalist. So don't give her that name. Don't tarnish her with a brush of a journalist. You get me?
Yeah. She's not a journalist. The amount of people she's bought and chat about and that, and she's not a journalist. God no, man. As far as I'm concerned, she's not a journalist to me.
Okay. So I'm going to say this to you. Miss Rose has let the public know that if you're not there on Friday, the truth is still going to be spoken. What are you saying to that?
That's what I'm all about, man. I'm all about the truth. Yeah, I'm all about the truth.
It's also said that you are brave. You're brave to come one-to-one and talk.
She's brave. She's brave to draw me out. She's brave.
Okay, so I'm going to say to you, last but not least, obviously, did Peter Bailey give Miss Rose his 100% word that he's going live one-to-one this coming Friday?
You know what? I ain't even on no internet or nothing like that. So am I going to go live with her? Am I going to go live with her? She knows I'm not on that. You know? I don't understand people.
So the people will ask you then, how is it going to work if you're not going to go alive? Because like you say, you're not on no internet sites.
One-to-one. I'm old school. One-to-one. Make her sit down in front of me and make her say what she's saying, and we can ash this out one-to-one. I'm old school. That's how I know how to do it.
You heard what the man said. So it's a mutual place where both parties can feel comfortable and respected, and then they can get it cracking one-to-one. Big up everyone who walks with me. Big up the legendary Peter.
Yep. That I can just take about as much of that that interview as I can only take so much of that interview as hero worship of the man. It's just awful. I can't deal with that. Yes, my brothers and sisters. So that's the two interviews. In case for people that hadn't actually seen it, those are the two interviews. Now, let me tell you first of all, before I go into what I'm really going to go into, when I had a conversation with Peter Bailey, it was very short. I called him, not out of disrespect, because he actually said that he wanted to tell his side of the story in the first interview that he did with the guy. If you remember, I didn't play all of it here, but he basically said, why didn't she call me? Why didn't she whatever? So I went to extra efforts to get his contact, and I called him like he wanted to. And he was very courteous, like he said. Yes, he was. So I was very courteous too. I explained to him that I wanted him to tell his side of the story. And I wanted him to come on the live, which would have been the next day. That was last week, Thursday. And I said to him, will you come on the live tomorrow? First of all, he said yes. And then he kind of ummed and ahed. And then he said to me that he's got this guy that's kind of managing him. Let him talk to him. And he muted me. Yeah. And he went away for a couple of minutes. Came back and he said to him, look, he said to me, it's short notice. So I'll come on the live next week, Friday, which would have been today. And that's why I said he's coming on. He did not say that he doesn't have internet, which I find ridiculous, because even if you don't have it in your house, you could have it on your phone. Most people do. I don't understand that. Plus, you would need internet on your phone to work WhatsApp, being led during that interview, and that they'd come up with, well, she needs to meet you face to face. Really? Why would I want to do that? Why would I even want to breathe the same air as you? Yeah. And not only that, you're connected to so many of these people that want to do me harm. You're not to be trusted. I would never meet you face to face. You're not to be trusted. Simple as that. You're not a trustworthy person. You're not going to sit down and have a proper interview with me. That's not going to happen. You're a henchman and a bully who used to walk around in a trench coat with a shotgun. Why on earth would I sit down and have a conversation and a meeting with you? Come on the live is what I said. It's virtual. We can chop it up. You can tell your side of the story. And I would have loved to have put these questions to you. I'd like to hear your explanations for them, actually. Yeah? Because what I want to know, let me try and play this now. Because I've got all of these voice notes and I'm going to play all of them. And then you guys decide. Let me see if I can actually play it. I'm not sure how this works, but I'm going to try. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think it quite works that way. Hold on. Right. I think I know how to do this. But just give me a few minutes. But yeah, these people, man, it's just bloody unbelievable. Bloody unbelievable what's going on. I'm just going to try and download these audio files. I thought I had that done, but clearly I did not. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, my brothers and sisters. Yes, just give me a few minutes, because what I want you to hear is what Peter Bailey didn't want you to hear. Because as far as I'm concerned, you would play all of the salient voice notes. You wouldn't be cherry picking that, you know? Yeah, you wouldn't be cherry picking that. Not at all. Not at all. Right, let me see if I can play this for you now. I think I've got them all. You guys know how this thing goes. Right. Honestly, these people, let's hope this works. If not, I'm going to try and play it from my phone, is what I'm going to try and do, if I can't play it here. Oh dear. Doesn't look like that's worked. Hopefully you guys can hear it over the screen. No, it's not downloaded. I don't know if you can hear that. No. Right, let's see if this works. Can you guys hear that? Put up a 1 if you can hear it. I don't think you can. I'm going to try and play it from my phone. Oh, can you guys hear that? Put up a 1 in the chat if you can hear this playing, guys.
Don't worry about no court case, for fuck's sake.
Put up a 2 if you can't hear it. You can hear it. All right. Put up a 1s. I can see 1. Yes, you can hear it. Brilliant. All right. I'm going to play it out that way. I don't know if you can see the screen. Right. So listen to this one. I'm going to play all of them. I'm going to say nothing. Some of them you've already heard on the interview with Daredest TV. And there's a couple more that you wouldn't have heard. So let me just go through.
Don't worry about no court case, for fuck's sake. Don't worry about no court case.
Okay, that's that one.
Peter, pick up your phone or call me, yeah? This is nothing to do with feds or solicitors. It's to do with you and me. Come on, man. I've known you for 45 years. Just call me. I just need to talk to you. Or pick up your fucking phone. Peter, please call me, yeah? It's nothing to do with feds or nothing, yeah? Because I'm not into that. Just please call me. I need to talk to you about something. Please call me. Peter, this is the last time I'm going to call you, yeah? I'm not going to phone your phone again. This is between me and you. It's not between the feds. You've done me a wrong. And I just want to talk to you in person, yeah?
We play that one again. I'm not not sure I downloaded all of them, but this is one of the most significant ones. There's others like it, but listen to this one again.
Peter, this is the last time I'm going to call you, yeah? I'm not going to phone your phone again. This is between me and you. It's not between the feds. You done me a wrong. And I just want to talk to you in person, yeah?
That's exactly it. It's like she's trying to talk to him to make sense of what's happened. She says in there, you done me a wrong. Yeah, this is between me and you. The feds don't need to get involved. Now, what she told the police and what she's given me permission to tell you guys is that the reason that she was trying to get hold of him, trying to say that she wants to talk to him, she wanted to lure him round to her house so that she could stab him. She had a knife waiting for him. That's how angry she was, because she knew something had happened. Yeah. He doesn't talk about that though, does he? He didn't play that bit there where she says, you done me a wrong. Why did you not play that from your cache, Peter Bailey? Why did you not show that to Dear Des TV? And if you knew about that particular one, Dear Des TV, why did you not play all of the voice notes? Yeah, that is so significant, because you've heard all of the ones that he played. You've heard those ones. I'm sure I've got a few others that I didn't download on my phone. Yeah, you've heard all of the ones that he played. But when you put it in that context now and you realize that actually what she's trying to do is bring him round there so she can stab him up for what he done to her, it makes more sense. He said on the video, on the second video with Dear Des, oh, I've got all the love messages. Does it sound like a woman that is pleading to have him come back to her, or that he's done some sort of wrong and she's holding feelings? Does that sound like that? Why is she mentioning feds? Why is she mentioning court case? Why is she reassuring you, Peter Bailey, that there's going to be no court case and there's going to be no feds? Why would she do that? Makes no sense. What is the court case thing about? Why did Dear Des TV not ask you about that? That's curious. Yeah? Or are you not trying to build a defense for fucking Peter Bailey? I'm sorry, I'm swearing. And I hope YouTube doesn't take this down. I apologize for that profanity right now. But at the end of the day, I'm so mad with the people that vanguard these perpetrators. People like Dear Des TV. Yeah? Ask the questions objectively. Nobody questioned that part. Why would she, if it was a love text and you just done her a wrong, why would she be talking about court cases? What happened between you and her? Why she'd be wanting to reassure you that she's not getting the law involved? She was playing him. She was playing him. Yeah, because she wanted him to come round. It's obvious. There's no way that woman is going to mention court cases. There's no way that woman is going to come up against Peter Bailey, knowing him and what he is. Do you understand? There's just absolutely no bloody way. Yeah? Unless she's telling the truth. And on top of that as well, she says back in July in that voice note, which was sent in the same series of voice notes that he played on Dear Des TV, except he omitted that one. Yeah? The same one, he says, she says, you done me a wrong. You done me a wrong. What was this woman talking about? Put that together with you done me a wrong. There will be no court case. There will be no feds involved. What could this woman be talking about? Yeah. And it's very plausible when you hear the frustration in her voice, because of course he's not getting back to her. And why wouldn't he get back to her if they had, if he hadn't done anything? He didn't get back to her. Got back to her once. And the police questioned him about that, actually. So after that, he probably wouldn't have got back to her anyway. But she wanted him to. She wanted him to get back to her so that she could lure him to her house and kill him. That's what that was about. And that was in the immediate aftermath of what he'd done to her. It was after the fact that the police were called. Yeah? But the woman herself just wanted to kill him. But the sensible thing to do was to call the police. So now she's happy that she didn't kill him and that the police were called. And yes, he was arrested. You're a liar. You are a liar. You were arrested and you were bailed to return, which is what would happen in that situation. You wouldn't just come, the police wouldn't just come and have a chat with you over such serious allegations. Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? You showed them the text messages. She showed them to the police first before they came to you. What? These people, honestly, I'm absolutely sure that there's another one with the sister. Give me a minute there, my brothers and sisters. Because there's one that I think I didn't actually download. I'm just going to try and listen to it. I don't know if you guys can hear my phone. Oh, I know why. That's connected to my Bluetooth at the moment.
Do with feds or nothing, yeah, because I'm not into that. Just please call me.
Can you guys hear that?
I need to talk to you about something. Please call me.
Put a 1 if you can actually hear that, because I'm trying to get to another one. And why am I a liar? I don't know if this person's calling me a liar or someone else, but if this person's calling me a liar, why am I a liar? Or is the victim lying? Because I'm not going on my own information. The person is saying it to try to fool him, yeah, to come round so that she can stab him. That. It's a very plausible explanation. It's actually a very good, a very common reaction from women that have been raped. It's not unusual. I don't know how to get you off now. I've lost you in the chats. You've gone up. Oh, God. Where are you, Nubian? Get your thing off the screen. Yeah, man. It's just, I mean, at the end of the day, come on, guys. Sorry, I've got to get this person off. Oh, mate, I've lost you. You've gone up. Ah, there we are. Yes. Good. It's a plausible explanation. It's a very plausible explanation. And it's an explanation I knew about. I just didn't think this guy would be stupid enough to go on social media and play what is tantamount to police evidence. That's the only reason I didn't play it. So I was very aware of this. Very aware of this. Let me try and find this other one.
We've been friends for 45 years, man. You done me a wrong, but just call me. Just call me, man. I've got things to say to you. Peter, this is the last time I'm going to call you, yeah? I'm not going to phone your phone again. This is between me and you. It's not between the feds. You done me a wrong. And I just want to talk to you in person, yeah?
There you go. There's 2 of them.
Peter, we've been friends for 45 years, man. You done me a wrong, but just call me.
There's 2 of them out of the series where she's saying, you done me a wrong, just call me, just call me. Yeah? Obviously, he's not going to, is he? But this woman was desperate and she wanted to get him round to her house, as I said, and do him something. I can totally relate to that because that's the way I probably would deal with it. I wouldn't want the feds involved. They're useless anyway. That's why this man's still on road, able to do it. At no point at no point, yeah, did I say that Peter Bailey was running around the community giving people drugs and whatever. I said it's highly likely he's probably done this before, and it's highly likely that he has. It doesn't seem like it was something that he was just experimenting with for the first time. I totally believe this victim, and hopefully the CPS will get enough evidence to bring him to court. Unfortunately, that isn't always the way it goes with these things. Yeah, and when you use a drug like Rohypnol, it comes out of your system very quickly. Very hard to prove. That's why they call it the date rape drug. That's why people use it. But there's lots of other bits of evidence which I can't talk about here that we'll be able to if it all comes together. So let him stay there saying what he's saying. Because I'll tell you one thing. If this happens while I'm here, I'll be down at the courthouse with my cameras. And some of his time is up followers. Yeah, because his time will definitely be up. He's a liar of the highest order. I would say to anybody that doubts what this victim is telling me and what I'm telling you, yeah, is cast a different eye on it. Why on earth would this woman be talking about police and court cases and don't worry about it and you did a wrong to me. Why on earth would this woman be saying this? Yeah, it's the same set. It's the same stream, or what do you call it, thread of voice notes. You know you've got that on your phone, Peter. And if you were here right now, which you should have been, yeah. In fact, you say you haven't got internet, which I find really hard to believe because you use WhatsApp. So if you haven't got internet, Peter Bailey, then I'm going to actually call you. Let's see if he picks up. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Where's the man's number? Shit, didn't I save it? Knowing me, I probably didn't. Oh dear. Okay, but don't worry about that. We'll get that. Unbelievable, man. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, let's try and see if Peter Bailey wants to come on. Try and see if that can happen. Hold on a second. Let's get this guy's number. Honestly. He's saying he wants to do face-to-face. If he picks up, I'll tell him why I don't think that's a good idea. That's what I'll do. But I'm going to try and get back his number because I didn't save it. Somebody said I was ringing off this guy's phone. I rang him once and once only. And he said he'd come on the live. I was going to call him back to confirm this week, but then he done video number 2, didn't he? So I didn't get to. Here it is. Right, let me give this guy a call. Let's see if he picks up. He's probably watching. Probably won't. Oh, his phone's busy. How convenient. Let's see if we can get him again. Still busy. So I'll try later on, see what happens. Because I'd like to know what he's got to say for himself. Why is this woman saying what she's saying? If this is about some kind of love thing, yeah, which you're trying to suggest, but the fact that you come on a two-parter on YouTube trying to protest your innocence by using those voice notes, you are a low-down nastiness is what you are. You're a low-down nastiness, and nobody ain't frightened of you around here. I can tell you that straight, yeah? Not frightened of you. Would I come and meet you face-to-face? Nah. Because you're a dangerous, nasty piece of work. And that's not about fear. That's about self-preservation. If I happen to bump into you on the street, you wouldn't see me cowering. That would be about fear. But self-preservation is a different thing. And I'm not stupid. Yeah, let's just say that. But there you have it, my brothers and sisters. Now, the daughter of the victim wanted to come on live. The victim is too afraid to come on live. She doesn't want her daughter to come on live either because she's afraid. She's afraid that he will launch some sort of attack or do something to them. So I can fully understand that. I hope at some point they do come and tell their story when they're able to, perhaps once the court case or the police proceedings are out of the way. But the man is a liar. I don't know what Lionheart is talking about. Why are you harassing the man? Harassing who? There is no empathy for the victims. All you people care about is that some man is being harassed. Why? Because you're probably one of them. Probably, not possibly, probable. You're probably one of them. Lionheart, come and show your face. Yeah, I'm going to put in the link, people, for anybody that wants to come and chop this up and talk about it. Because I've said what I've got to say, and I think there's a big doubt on somebody that is not going to show that side of it. If that was innocent, you'd have an explanation for that, Peter Bailey. You'd have an explanation for why it is she's mentioned the feds. Daredesk TV would have asked you to explain that, and you would have had an explanation. So there's something highly dubious about the pair of you, to be fair. Yeah, because that, for me, puts a big doubt on why it is that you did not share it. Puts a massive doubt on it. You should have shared that. And the only thing I have against Peter Bailey, because like I said, I do not know this guy from Adam, is that I believe this victim and I believe that you're capable of doing that. And actually everything about your body language in those 2 videos tells me that you were lying. Constantly looking up to the right. You were lying. Yeah, you were twitching, you were lying. and it wasn't believable. Only to people that want to believe you, like this guy, because he's got some kind of hero worship going on. Like I said, he's probably got posters of you on his bedroom wall. You know, the way he was going on, the legend. He's even taken a picture of him with Peter Bailey. Why? Why? You know, somebody wants to know if I'm from Brixton. Why do you want to know that? Is that a thing? Oh, Peter Bailey, here we are. This looks good. He's coming on the stream. Thank you, Peter. Oh, he's gone again. Try again, whoever that was. I hope it was Peter Bailey. I just saw something pop up saying Peter Bailey. Come back on, brother. I don't know what happened there. Jump on. I was about to add you. That would be great. Come and explain yourself, please. Oh, here we go. Well, there's somebody called Petance now. Maybe that's him again. I don't know. Let's see. Hello? Hello, you're live. And they've gone again. Something just said Peter Bailey. So come on, Peter. If you're Petance or Peter that was just here, I just saw Peter Bailey D. So I'm assuming that was you. Or if you tried to come on as Petance, then come back, please. Got a lot to talk about. Reading these comments. I don't know what everyone's saying. All right, so no Peter Bailey then. Looks like he attempted it. If that was, could have been a fake profile. Let's see. Come back on, Peter. We've got something to talk about. But if not, you know what? I believe the victim. I believe the victim. And I believe the police do too. They just need evidence, don't they? Peter Bailey knows what he's done. Let me put the link in the stream. Somebody looks like they had the link from last week because I haven't even, did I put it in? Can't even remember now. Let me do it again if in case I didn't. Oh yeah, maybe I did. Yeah, I did. But I'm putting it again. There we go. That's the link. If you want to join in, copy that. And come and let's have a chat. Or if anybody else wants to come on and give their opinion about whether they think Peter Bailey's innocent or not. Maybe Dead STV's in the live. Let's talk about your questioning, brother, because actually you let us down on the second one. I thought the first one was quite good. The second one, nah. Very leading questions, not objective enough. Not objective enough. And I felt like you were leading him. He seems quite easily led to some degree because he had a very different tone with me on the phone. Very different. And he didn't mention that he didn't have internet. So I don't know where all that came from and that he wants a one-to-one. I'm sure they'd love that, wouldn't they? I'm sure you could tell all your little mates in Brixton, including Rat, because you all know each other. You could all come down and try and do me something. Leave my children without a mother. I don't think so. And plus, I wouldn't even want to breathe the same air as you people. Rat was brave enough to come to the march. And he didn't see me flinching then. Yeah, he could have come with an army. There weren't enough of us he could have overpowered us. I came. Yeah. If Peter Bailey is gentleman enough, and I believe that he wouldn't be, especially not when I fling what I have to fling at him, because I'd be able to say a lot more face-to-face, actually, Peter, than I would on live if it was on a one-to-one. I'd be able to question you a lot more and show you a lot more of our evidence, wouldn't I? And I'd like to see you wriggle out of that one. But actually, do you know what? I don't think so. Not unless it's on my terms and my turf with my people. That maybe can happen. But other than that, not interested. Not interested. Self-preservation is what it's about. These people are nasty pieces of work that have murdered, that hurt women. You're guilty. And you know you are. That's why you're not here. No one coming on to talk this week? Okay. Okay. What they saying, moderator? What they saying? Well, there's the link, my brothers and sisters. I've been really pissed off by this. Why? Because the victim is in absolute distress. And it's not fair. It's not fair that you can think that you can get away with something like that towards a sister. You're out of order. You're just out of order, and you know what you did. You know what you did. You know what you did. Horrible, nasty pieces of work. And then you try to cover your tracks. You know? They try and cover up themselves with more lies and double lies and putting the victims through more. You people are going to hell. You're all going to burn in hell, let me tell you. Yeah, man. He ain't coming back on. I don't know what happened there, but somebody tried to come on by the name of Peter Bailey D, and then they tried to come on in a different name, but they went away the minute I tried to join them. Don't know what that's about. I'd love for them to come back on, whoever they are. And they must be in the chat, actually. Is there somebody in the chat called Peter Bailey D? Do they have to be in the chat? Yeah, you'd be in the chat, wouldn't you, if you were going to join? How's it work? Can't see him in the chat. I could try and get him on that way. Didn't see anybody. Moderator, is there someone in the chat called Peter Bailey D? Or Selenin or something? Because they just tried to join. Yeah, Truths and Rights wants to stay current about he's inviting me to his live. At the same time, I'm having my live. Oh, Bionic Steve. What? They're all coming out brave tonight, isn't it? Come on then, Bionic Steve. What are you saying? Chatty Patty, what's happening now? Why is everybody going on like they're jumping on and then coming back out, for fuck's sake? Oh, my goodness. Can you try again, please, Bionic Steve? I've wanted to chat to you for a while. Just all popping up. Every time I go to add them, there's not something wrong with my software, is there? Can you try again, please, Bionic Steve? Isn't it funny? Because I don't go on these people's channel, is it? But they all sit down on mine to get their content. So interesting. So interesting. These idiots. You, Bionic Steve, you're a disgusting piece of work. Come and tell me, because I'm ready for it tonight. I want to hear what you've got to say for yourself. You've got so much to talk about and very little to say. So you get back on as well. What's going on there? I think there might be something wrong with my thing, you know. Let me, oh, hang on. Because of the layout that I'm in. No, it can't be. Try again, please, guys. Both Bionic Steve and okay, you want me to send a link? I just sent it. I will send it again. Hold on. Should get a nice few views off of this, shouldn't you, Steve? There you go, mate. There's the chat. There you go. Try again, please. Oh, you want to spit in my face? Well, there's the link. Maybe you can do it virtually. Right, who's Sosa? Right, who's Sosa?
Hi, no, I'm just coming on just to test the stream to see whether it's an error on your side or if it's people jumping on and jumping off. So obviously it's not
thank you, my sister. So it is them jumping in and jumping out.
Bless up yourself. Keep up your good works. And I'm going to jump back in the chats, yeah?
Lovely, thank you. Right, well, there's the links, Stevie boy. Come on then, let's have a joust. I'm in the mood for it tonight. I should bill a spliff, actually, shouldn't I? Let's hear what you've got to say. I've sent the link again, and I'll send it again. Come and have a chat. I think it's overdue, don't you? Here we go. And it's on the screen, as well as in the chat. Yes, indeed. And I will bill a spliff, actually. I think I might need one. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Does it take time? Like, how long does it actually take to do the stream and jump on? How long does it actually take, guys? No, Steve? No? You don't want to jump on? Not sure what that's about. You said send you the chat. You're in the chat saying send you the stream, but oh, sorry, the link. And I'll set it's on the screen and I'll put it in the chat again. Peter Bailey, Bionic Steve. I don't know what happened with you guys. You came in and jumped off. Was it cold feet? As usual, my flipping shit cut and paste thing is not working. But anyway, it's in the chat and it's on the screen. All right. So you're not going to come on then. All right. Give them some time, brothers and sisters. Maybe the bionic weave. That's funny. That's right, sis, man. Pussy. Want to know what he's got to say. When you come on, Bionic Steve, maybe you can tell me why it is that you justify gang rape, you and your mate, who you never showed on the camera. Maybe you can answer that. Yeah, where's Steve there? People want to defend Peter Bailey when you weren't in the closed room with him. And all because this guy has got some sort of complex because he says that he was falsely accused one day. So one time he's saying that he was falsely accused and he had to go jail for it and whatever. So every other guy that's accused is innocent now, you fool. You're a fool. You can't even string a decent sentence together. Love for you to come on and chat to me. A long time since I've been meaning to answer you people, and I haven't really. I've done a few little bits here and there, but I've never really answered you. I've never started an internet war with you people because you're insignificant. And I'm not here for you people. I'm here for the victims who exist. Lots of them. Yeah? Lots of them. How dare you people even suggest the suffering that these women have had to endure. And then on top of it, you're going to get these naysayers trying to play down their suffering for the sake of who? Men in trench coats who carry shotguns. Shame on you people. You're the reason that black people can't be free. Let me tell you that. You're the reason that black people can't be free. You are the dregs of our society. You are the bottom of the barrel. Yeah. And nobody ain't proud of you people around here. You justify gang rape. Yeah. You big up and hero worship a crackhead. A man that used to walk and terrorize people and take away their things and rob them, and everybody was scared of him. You big up this kind of character and call yourself who? And then you've got this fool saying that I am destroying black people. Talk about your brethren, them, you idiot, Truths and Rights TV, because you just sound like you're drunk most of the time. You sound like you need a detox, brother. I don't know what's wrong with these people. How dare you? How dare you try to minimize the suffering of our sisters? And stop it. And there's plenty of brothers that support this cause and know that you people are wrong-uns. Don't even try to claim that it's a black man thing because it's not a black man thing. Yeah? And as for this inarticulate fool, you know what? there's somebody called Afua Stinks that wants to come on. Oh yeah, lovely. Come on then. Afua Stinks. Show your face, Afua Stinks. Damn idiot them. They're coming in one by one and then coming straight off the screen when they get in. Oh my goodness. Afua Stinks. Afua. All because these women are finally telling their truth. It's about Afua, is it? I'm going into battle with you people tonight. Let me tell you that. That's what I'm doing tonight. Come through. I wait here. 1 minute, my brothers and sisters. Let me go to the toilet. Come back. Yes, brothers and sisters, that's got to be the quickest wee I ever done in my life. Oh, my days, honestly. You know, I've been trying to be as reserved as I possibly can with these individuals. You know, we used to have fire when it came onto the YouTube, the Instagram lives. And a lot of people said, you know, I've tried toning it down and whatever. We've had some good conversations, but the trolls are back. And who do they actually think they are trying to intimidate people? The death threats are back. Don't try and intimidate me. I'm not even abroad now. I'm over here in the country and I still got the same talk. You do not scare me. You're a bunch of bullies. Yeah, and my God protects me from you people. You're bullies is what you are. You've just about intimidated as many women as you're ever going to intimidate on my watch. Let me tell you that. And I didn't know you people back in the day, because I'll tell you one thing, I'd cut you some new balls out of order. Who do you people think you actually are? Not every woman is frightened. Not everybody's afraid of you people. Yeah? You can't come and terrorize me. Who do you think you are? That's all I've got to say. No one ever birthed me and bring me in here, into this reality. Yeah, I'm merely speaking what these women are telling me. The shame is on the fact that there's so many women telling me what they're telling me. Not all of them can be lying. Yeah, in fact, none of them are. So many women saying the same thing. And this man on Dedes TV was talking about, you know, the streets are saying they want an apology. The streets are saying that Peter Bailey drugged his own daughter and tried to have sex with her. Those are the messages I'm getting. So it depends which side of the street you're walking on, doesn't it? The streets are saying that he's done this before. The streets are saying that he beats up his women. The streets are saying that all he ever did was walk and terrorize people and take away their things. How does it make this man a legend? I keep repeating it. Dedes TV, come on and tell me, how does it make this man a legend? Why is he somebody that is being put up as a legend that for what? For future generations to go on and honor him? Isn't that what legends are about? Yeah? What the hell? And this Lionheart is still here telling me to shut up. Why should I shut up? You want me silenced, do you? Come on the live. Tell me why I should shut up. Tell me to my face. Because none of them come on and show their face. None of them come on and show their face. I don't know what that little spate of trying to come on and jumping straight back off was all about. Really don't know what that was about. But round about now, yeah, I'm upset because of what you've done to this lovely sister. She's a nice lady. Yeah, lovely lady. And you've upset not just her, but you've upset her family. Excuse me. You know? And this woman had problems from before anyway. You just made those problems a lot worse. Just think they can treat women any which way they please, and we're just going to be quiet and say absolutely nothing about it. Well, those days are over and their time is up. That's what I've come to tell the people. And you know, all this farcical stuff, you're either going to come on the thing and explain yourself or you're not. But you've got a lot of explaining to do, because I want to know why you didn't you didn't play all of those videos, why you didn't read some of those texts that you said you were going to show, because they're actually quite incriminating towards you, aren't they? Yeah, that's why you didn't show them, Peter Bailey. That's why you didn't play all of the voice notes, Peter Bailey. And I hope the police nick you soon, because they should and they are going to. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How could you do that to the sister, man? How could you do that to her? You're wrong. You are wrong. And what you should have done is just melted away in the background like so many of your friends have done. That's what you should have done, actually. You know, unless you are innocent, unless you're really innocent, don't try to jump on and go on like you're not, just like Buzzer did, until we found out what he really was about and he never came back. You said you were coming here. You've bottled it, Peter Bailey. You've bottled it. You don't need to know how I got the voicemail that was left on his phone. You understand me? Duh. Figure it out. But at the end of the day, it's a voice note. People share things. We have our means, you know. This is Marlon Thomas. Look, at the end of the day, he should have played those. Why wouldn't you do it? Why would you not do it? I'd love someone to come on and discuss that with me. Even if it's not one of these trolls. Somebody come on and discuss that with us. You know, does it make sense, or am I the only one who's seeing that? Does it make sense that the sister would mention police and courthouse and solicitors or barristers or whatever she mentioned? Does it make sense that she would mention that if there'd not been an incident of some nature? Does it make sense? If it was just a woman scorned and there was no more to it than that, what is that about? Explain that part. Why is she saying that to you? Doesn't make sense. So these are the questions that needs to be answered. And maybe Daredevil TV needs to do a number 3 and ask him those questions, seeing as he doesn't want to come on here and answer them. Why don't you ask him that? Ask him that, Bionic Steve. Yeah? Ask him that. People just running around wanting to tell a lie on the likes of Peter Bailey. What on earth does anybody have to gain, yeah, apart from a load of headache? Remember that he knows where she lives. Remember that, yeah? Remember that he's the big Peter Bailey that everybody talks about, who's highly dangerous, who's a bully, who will hurt you, yeah? Why would that woman put herself in that position if it wasn't true? Has anybody thought about that? No, you haven't, have you? You just want to run and defend these people straight away because you knew them from back in the day and they used to wear a trench coat and carry a shotgun and hurt people. And that makes them your hero. And so therefore you want to defend your heroes. You're pathetic. You, Bionic Steve, Bricky Mindset, all of these fools that seem to think I owe anybody an apology. You're all a bunch of fools and none of you will be getting an apology. I hope I see all of you burn in court. That's what I hope. And these poor women have no other recourse but to go through the means that they go through. Yeah. And still some of them too afraid to come out and show their face. Why? Because they got to pass you people, Bricky Mindset and whoever in Bricky. Yeah. Wanting to intimidate them. They've got to pass Vincent, right? They've got to pass Peter Bailey. What do you expect these women to do? But they need their justice and they need for their stories to be told. And that's what we do here. It's not to satisfy you people. You actually make me ashamed to even want to be a part of the community. That's how disgraceful you all are. Disgrace, all of you. And Bionic Steve, oh, okay, who's this now? Oh, this one says that his device is not connected. I don't know why it says that sometimes. It says they will need to connect their mic or camera before you can add them to the stream. Can you please connect your mic or camera, this person? If you can do that, because I don't think your mic or camera is connected. I don't know how you do that in settings. It's somebody called Mr. Usual One. Yeah. Connect your camera or something. Sometimes I think they try to come in under different guises. So I'm going to remove you until you connect your camera and then you can come on. Yeah, there you go. And who's Malak? Who's this person? John Hanford. You're waiting to hear what he has to say. Oh, okay. Well, maybe he'll go on your thing, Malak. Malak. Maybe he'll go on your thing. Maybe he feels more comfortable doing that. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's the evidence that I have to counter what he's saying. And I think it's quite compelling. I just think there's a lot of questions to be answered. And I don't think that Daredevil TV did a very good job in not asking those questions. That's the first thing I would have said to him. In listening to those voice notes, can you explain to me why it is that she's mentioning police and courthouses? You know, do you want to tell us a bit more about that? I would have expected that kind of questioning. Okay, it says your devices are not connected, Mr. Usual. This has happened to a couple of people, so I don't know what it is you have to do, but could you please do it? Thank you. Yeah. I would have asked those questions. Proper one if you think that that's dubious. Proper one if you think that's dubious. Tell me if you would have asked those questions if you were the interviewer. I want to know what the guys think. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that's dubious? Do you think it's dubious that he didn't play all of that? He didn't show us that side of it? I can tell you unequivocally that he was arrested and that he's playing that down as well. Unequivocally. Yeah? The police are definitely involved with this. Chuck up a one, guys, if you think that it's dubious. I'm so bloody lootly. Oh, wow. Is Bionic Steve still here upsetting people? Why don't you come on again, brother? Say something. But all they do is make their stupid videos cussing me off, but none of them will ever come on the live. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Truths and Rights TV has invited me on his live, apparently. I don't know how you invite somebody when you haven't spoken to them, but he says he has in a video that he's invited me. But he's keeping the live the same time I'm having mine. Makes sense? No, the only time I'm going to speak to you, again, Mr. Usual, man, I don't know what it is you're supposed to do, brother. Oh, I wish I could speak to you. Hold on. I don't think it says they need to, you need to. So it's nothing I can do. This happened to someone else before, didn't it? Militant. I think it happened to. Militant, share in the chat how he does it. I don't know how you do it. All right. This person seems quite desperate to come on. If you figure it out, Mr. Usual One, I'll be happy to speak to you. Every time I go to join you, it says that you haven't connected your camera. I think it's when you first come in. There's something you have to do in the settings, maybe sometimes, something like that. But yeah, my brothers and sisters, I haven't seen no ones. I want to see what you think. Bright and out of order, these people, honestly. Bright and out of order. Very wicked people, man. Yeah. I think my thing's a bit delayed, actually. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that agree. What's this one? Oh, okay. That's what Malak was saying. I don't need to call no one. Yeah, for real. No, I want to tell you what you had to say, but yeah, you're right. I can't be asked anyway. You didn't answer the first time. Right, I'm going to post a link again for whoever wants to jump on in case you've lost it, because it does get lost in the chat. Very much so. Oh, if Deades TV is here, please jump on Deades TV. Please tell me why it is that that you didn't question this brother more thoroughly. Yeah, and I don't, it's not really a big criticism. It's just maybe, I don't know. Part of me feels that you had your own agenda within all of this. That it wasn't objective, It wasn't as objective as it could be. And despite what it is I believe and think, I would objectively question Peter because I'd want to have an explanation to these things and see if they add up. I wouldn't try to lead him in any way or just be subjective, which is what you actually were. Just saying. Just saying. So come on, man. There's the link again. Kind of waiting still. Would have been interesting. For some reason, someone said earlier that Truths and Right TV is Peter Bailey's lawyer. If that's your lawyer, brother, boy, try don't commit any more crimes. I hope he's not going to be defending you if this thing gets to court. I really do. That could never be your lawyer. That can't be true. Whoever's saying that can't be true. That man, Truths and Rights, could never stand up in one of Her Majesty's courts and defend anything. You can't be serious. You really can't be serious. The man sounds half cut, and he just chats the most cucker. You've never heard anything like it. He's one that needs to come on. So, sorry, you know what I mean? Hey, I said to myself, what on earth is this madness? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I think he's got mental health issues, to be fair. He doesn't sounds a bit unhinged. Oh, okay, we might have somebody here. This looks like it could come through. Blessed love, brother.
Sister. How you doing, sis?
How you doing? Oh, okay, sorry, I've got the stream link in the way. I couldn't see you properly. Bless up, sis.
Yeah. Greetings, Queen.
Greetings.
How you doing?
I'm very well. How are you, beloved? I can see you now.
I'm not sure if you remember me from the March. Me and my sister and Peppy was doing a little thing on the day, explaining a few things. Do you remember me?
Yeah, I do remember you, actually. As you've said.
My name's Olive. My name's Olive.
Yes, the black
Olive
olive. I
Brooklyn.
like that. What are you saying,
Yeah,
my
but
sister?
yeah, where it is, yeah. Let me just I just want to make something clear before I even start, innit? So I'm from Brixton, innit? Proper Brixton. I mean, old school Brixton. No, everybody Brixton. Bro, born and raised in, well, I was born in Camberwell, Peckham, yeah, St Giles Hospital. My mum was living on Samuel Road at the time. So obviously, when she left the hospital, we're going back to Brixton. You understand? So I'm Brixton. Then I grew up on Stockwell Park Estate. Stockwell Park Estate is where all of the Mansdem, if you know anybody, you know you have to have made at some stage the Stockwell Park Estate trust. You understand?
Yeah, I'm
So
hearing you.
I know the whole of the Mansdem.
I'm
And
hearing you, sis.
right, and I know Peter as well, Peter Bailey. Yeah. So I'm just basically coming on to throw my little 2 pence in, because I think sometimes a balance is needed. Now, sis, I just like to commend you on everything that you're doing in terms of, yeah, remember I was saying to you that if the streets need cleaning up, yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be done. There's nobody doing it. You're the one person I see trying to make investigations, yeah. But I did mention to you when I was speaking to you about the sort of repercussions of innocence. I'm not even sure if you remember this, yeah, because now, as I said, I'm in 100% agreement with what you're doing, because in my teenage years, I was abused. Do you understand? By a reggae artist. I'm not even going to go into it, but that's just to show that I can relate to what you're doing. And it's a traumatic thing for a girl to have to go through. You understand? And at some stage, it will come out. Yeah. What happened to me. So I understand, because I was a sort of like tomboy growing up, what's going on in terms of, you know, the Mandem. I'm a DJ, chat lyrics on the mic, me and Peppy, big up yourself, Peppy the
I
Great.
remember you guys for that when you were telling me about that. Yeah.
Right. So, but what it is I know Peter, and I grew up with Peter, and I was speaking to Peter even during the week. Yeah. Now, Peter is declaring his innocence. Now, I'm of the stance that says, irrespective of whether he's innocent or he's not, yeah, he needs a platform like you was offering him to basically say yay or nay. You understand? I was saying on the stage when I was at your march on the 16th of October that I'm not into no jungle justice or no lynch mob mentality. And I said that because you last week were saying how much you love the black man, which is a powerful thing because you're a black woman. You understand? Now, my take on that is actions speak louder than the word. So I love the black man as well, and I will always try to prove it. Like, I'm here, and I'm not coming on air in defense of Peter. I'm just coming on air in defense of justice, although Peter is my brethren. Now, I just wanted to make mention about these voice notes that you were playing, and both you and Peter was playing these voice notes. Yeah. What I want to say is that you're saying that Peter's a crackhead. It sounds like she's on something as well.
Oh, I never made any bones about it. I think I did say in the thing that this woman had a problem with drink, and that she'd come out of detox at the time of this pack, and that caused her to fall off the wagon.
And you have to take that into consideration. That's my point, isn't it? Right? So
no. She was detoxed, and I've got that verified as well. Not just through her family, but it's been verified. She had detoxed at the time of this.
Yeah, and I heard that
lemon water when it was spiked.
And that's good. And I heard that.
So and I heard that.
Yeah, I get it and I hear it. But what I'm saying is that at the time, then she wasn't perhaps detoxed when whatever was going on. Do you get what I'm saying? So it works both ways, is my point, sis. Yeah. And
sorry, let me just hold it. Can I just interject again, please, sister? So I worked for a long time with substance misusers. Yeah. And somebody who one thing that is really characteristic of women that use crack, women that are on drink or whatever, when what happens to them, it's often used that because they're on their substances, it couldn't have happened to them. They must be telling lies. But it's never the flip side. It's never the flip side that actually the men that use the substances, it drives them to do different nasty things because their inhibitions are totally gone and they can act out whatever freak they want. Okay. We're never looking at it from that standpoint, sister.
Right, and he didn't mention on the video, and I'm not even making light of this, that the girls them did rape him. Very similar to what Pauline Edwards was saying about her brother back with but you know, I mean,
This is a
my point.
62-year-old woman, my sister.
Yeah,
It's not
but
no
this is my
girl
point.
raping nobody.
Yeah, no, this is my point. I was just making light of the fact that he said that, but this is my point, sister. Yeah. Now, it works both ways. Do you get what I'm saying? I know quite a few men that have actually said, right, big up yourself, Heru, that when they were growing up, they were actually abused by women.
Yeah, 100. That goes on.
Right?
Of course it does.
So it works both ways, is my point, sis. But in regards to Peter now, I believe that he should ring up and defend himself. Now, as I said, I'm not really bothered with whether he's guilty or whether he's not guilty. My point is that when I heard him make a response to your first video, I was happy, not because he's my brethren, but because of the fact that it's not just one way. There's a balance. He can say, whether he's guilty or not guilty, he can say, I did do it or I didn't do it. Obviously, as you said, nobody's going to come on and say that they did do it. Do you get what I'm saying? You're hardly going to get, you know, and so Peter's my brethren, and I'm not ringing up here to hero worship him or defend him in any way. I'm just saying it's nice if there's a balance, you understand? Because I do understand that there is this prevalent child abuse business that's going on, or just rape in general of like certain females, right? And it does need to be addressed, you understand? But it's the way in the context in which we do it, because of the fact that we don't want to leave no repercussions where people will be getting stepped to or hurt, because if we can avoid that, because we do love the black man, as we say, we would try to avoid it.
Let me just break it down fully. Of course I love my black brothers, but I don't love the rapists and I don't love the perpetrators.
And
30 years ago, my sister, let me tell you something. Yeah, more than 30 years ago, actually, as a young activist, I was in the cohort of young activists, of woke people back then that was saying, don't be selling drugs to your people. What are you doing? Do you know the madness that you're creating going forward? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And now we see it playing out. It's crack that mashed up the community. It's the crack. It's the crack that made these brothers think it was all right to go on wholesale way that they were going on. It's mashed up the community. So no, I don't love all of that. No, I don't.
No, I agree, because the crack made us turn left when we was going right. You understand? As a community,
because prior to that, it was weed and Rastafari. So
listen, I grew up in that era. That's my point. This is my point. Look, listen, this is my point. I grew up in that very, very era in Brixton. In fact, I was involved in the Brixton Rats. I got my head bust by the police, got 5 stitches in the Brixton Rats, and nothing came of it. Do you understand? So I understand, and I was brought up in Southvale Children's Home for like 3.5 years because I wouldn't go to school because I was so upset that the police allegedly got away with doing what they did to me. So I've been in the midst of it, sis. You understand? And I do believe that crack came in and turned us left when we was going right. I do believe this. And as you said, it was about Rasta, it was about harmony, it was about peace and love, it was about righteous trud back then. You understand? And look at things nowadays, it's just about some nasty sexual immorality. That's how I see it. You understand?
That's the legacy of the moves, because people wanted big money.
And it's unfortunate, but we
was going to happen back then, my sister, and here we are.
Right, and here we are. So here we are, right? So I'm of the ilk to want to mend it now. You understand, sis? Yeah, like yourself.
That's why, my sister, because I'm of the same ilk as well. But let me tell you something about healing. Yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to heal unless you squeeze the pus out of the boil. Only then will it scab over and heal. You understand? And right now, this process that we're in, sis, is about squeezing the pus out of the boil, and it's difficult because those of us that have got loved ones. Those of us that, you know, thankfully, I had a brethren caught up in this. When I tell you I was good brethren with this brethren, I love this brethren, innit? And we found out that he was troubling up his daughter. Yeah? But what he don't know, there's a bag of evidence supporting that, which the police have had for well over a year now. They haven't done anything. They haven't done anything. When I tell you the evidence, my sister, wait. When I tell you the evidence is so conclusive, I can't say verbally what the evidence is, but it's the type of evidence that there is no question whatsoever that this guy did what he did. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
I do, but listen.
He even moved on it. Yeah? So I know what it is to have a shit.
No, and I hear you, sis, and I'm hearing you, and it's just like really, you know, you have to think. Sometimes it looks like the earth isn't balanced. Do you understand? It's not level. But do you realize, well, I suppose you do, that you've been on this thing for 1 year this month? Like 1 year. Now that's a long time. And in that space of a year, we have to reevaluate things and, you know, see where we've got to up to this point. You get what I'm saying? And what's been going on and, you know, weigh up the odds and
What do
stuff
you
like
think has gone on in the last year, sis? What do you think? What's
I
your
think a
perspective?
lot of names have been called. I don't think that the evidence too much has been produced, but I do believe that some people are guilty, but I don't believe everybody's guilty, obviously. I see a lot of trolling attached to your channel and your chats. Holy for that. Even this guy, Troops and Rights, yeah, let me just quickly give the link on him. I've been listening to him way before you started complaining about whoever, yeah? So that's before last year, December, yeah? And this brother calls out almost everybody and makes videos on them. He roasted you in his last few videos now. My point is that
I've only seen one.
you see him, he's got a problem, he's narcissistic, yeah, because he thinks the world revolves around him and he thinks he's Rastafari as well. But at the same time, he's very arrogant, you know, when you know it all. Now that's what I picked up from him. So when it comes to you and what I see him involved with you, because as I said, he roasted you in his last 2 videos, yeah. I saw him try to chase clout and build his channel.
That's exactly
what it looks like he's doing with you. So just don't take the bait, is what I'm saying in terms of these people. Because as I said, I see a lot of trolling going on in your thing. But
why do you think there's lots of trolling?
Because you are mentioning a whole heap of people, and all right, I got a friend that said, and this is sad, but he said it, yeah. He said that there's a lot of people when you first came out that was like, yeah, man, ooh, blah, blah, blah. Afua, what she's saying, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And when you was on rap, yeah. Then as time went on, you know, like you're calling a whole heap of people's names, yeah. You know, like it cut too close to the bone now. Wow, I know that person. You understand? Then they turn against you, and I'm not working with you because they're defending their brethren. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's what it is, my sister.
Right?
That's exactly what it is. They're defending their brethren. Everybody's interconnected in Brixton, isn't it?
And you're saying that you were saying something about they're all related. But what I'm saying is whether the person is right or wrong, it's their brethren. Yeah? Right? That's what I said. It's not what you do.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Right.
It's your brethren.
That means they're going to offend. They don't care whether they're guilty. That's my point. Right?
What do you think of that, my sister? What do you think of that?
I think disgraceful, and it's the disturbing aspect because to all of this, because where we're gonna go if real justice don't exist. You understand? See, this is what I'm saying. You see me, my name's Olive. I've got a YouTube channel, I've got a BitTube channel, Back to the Present TV. Go check me out. I'm doing some very interesting things, especially on this COVID thing. But everybody knows me. What you see is what you get. There's no two of me. You understand? I tell it like it is. I don't really care. You understand? Because who's going to tell me now when I know what I know, innit? And I'm not arrogant. You understand? And I see things for what they are. You understand? And if it's black, I'm not going to call it red. If it's white,
but even you just now, you were saying that, like, at one point you said, you know, I don't, whether he's guilty or not, I don't care. It's
not that I don't care. I'm saying take that away from the equation. It's not that I don't care. Of course I care. When I first come on this live stream, I told you that I got abused, yeah, by an artist. Yeah, I'm in the reggae music industry. My name's Olive Brooklyn. I've been around a hot minute. You get what I'm saying? And I got abused, right, by a man. And, you know, so I can relate to what you're doing there, because if the streets need cleaning up, let them. You understand? Become clean.
I have invited every single person that I've spoken about. I've invited them to come on the live and defend themselves. The only 2 people that have ever done it is Peter Bailey. Well, he didn't actually come on the live, but he put something out. God, who was the other person? Peter Bailey and Buzzer came on the live.
Okay.
Well, actually, Buzzer's the only one that has come. Peter Bailey hasn't come. He's done what Eamon Edwards done, which is to put out his own video, which is bullshit, right?
Why
don't they come on and chop it up with me? This is what I don't understand.
A lot of people are scared of their names being called, really, because when you bring up their names and you cuss them,
their names already been called at the point that I invite them on. So
yeah, but No, because it's like you're embarrassing them, because when you cuss them, yeah, they're going to be reluctant to come on. That's why I said, if you maybe, I don't know, what way can you do it? Do you know what I mean? What way can you
if
do
they
it?
came on, I wouldn't be sitting there cussing them, would I? I'd be asking them questions in the way that I'm asking you questions.
Right, but maybe they take offense, because remember, listen, this is what the problem is, you know, sister, that you see when, I've got 4 sons, you know, my eldest is 33 years old and my youngest is 22, right? 4 boy picnic, right? And you see, I always told them, I said, you see, a lot, and especially like when they were growing up, the girls them in a lot of cases were doing some strange things, because I was the chair of the PTA of my son's school, which was Stockwell Park, when he was going to school. So they had a party one day, and I organized it, you know, Christmas party, and it was the weirdest thing you could have ever imagined seeing, where you had the youth them, because it was predominantly black children there. And you had the youth them, they were dancing with each other, you know, like a man and woman would dance with each other, or in this case, it would obviously be boy and girl dancing with each other. The problem is that there was 3 of them. There was one boy in the front, the girl in the middle, and the boy in the back, and I had to go around like a police officer, kind of separating them. You understand? So I'm like, no, you know, what is this new kind of? I'm not used to it. So I told my sons as they're growing up, you know, like, girls sometimes, you know, they can be seducing, right? Just be careful, because you know, you lot ain't ugly. None of you lot have got trees growing up in the middle of your faces that you can't get girl. And the worst thing to have a stigma attached to you is rape. You understand? Because
look, we need to change attitudes, because I too have a son and I have a grandson.
So do
like yourself, I always used to make my son aware of what's out there and what isn't. But we've already covered on this live why it is that little girls behave in certain sexualized ways. They've already been touched. There's no way those girls behave like that unless they've already been touched. So by the time they meet your son and mine, they're already on it. You understand what I'm saying? And those our boys do need to be careful of certain things. Of course they do.
Right, because entrapment. And this is my point, sis. Listen to this point, all right? This is my bit. This is the bit I was trying to get to said all that to say this. All right. So once you're tarnished with that stigma, it don't come off. Shit sticks. It's there. Do you understand? So this is what I'm saying. So because people know, due to the serious nature of these allegations, they're very serious. So they, you know, you said you don't know why they won't come on. They're scared, because once their name is mentioned, it's forever. You know,
an innocent person would not be scared, my sister.
Of course,
concerned with that. They'd be concerned with taking that. Let me just done. They'd be concerned with taking that stigma away from their name. They wouldn't just be scared and not defending it.
That's why I was glad to see Peter. That's why I was glad to see Peter take the platform and defend himself, right? Because if he's saying he's innocent, because remember, you're not guilty until you're proven innocent. If he's saying innocent, let him say it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I don't care. I'm just saying whether he is guilty or not.
Why do you think that he didn't mention all of the voice notes?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Remember, I can't talk for him because I'm.
Would you not think that that's cherry picking?
It could appear to be, but at the same time, we can't still even remember, this is all circumstantial still at the same time. So even if it does appear to be cherry picking, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is. You understand? Because we don't know.
Cast out, don't you think?
Yeah, it does look a bit.
There you go. That's all I'm saying. Listen, sis. Let me just remind you that this platform and how I do things, that I believe the victim, and I don't just believe the victim.
I've seen your
any victim, because for too long, sister, the rhetoric has been like kind of what you're saying. With all due respect, sis, it's always about defending the man. What if, and maybe, and she could be lying. We've had enough of that. These women need to
look. Let me explain something, sister. This is what I'm saying. You invited people to talk about what's going on. So I'm ringing in, talking about what's going on. You can't really put me in a category. I'm just expressing my thoughts. Do you understand? Right?
But you realise that your thoughts are very pervasive in the black community. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's not an attack, sis. I'm just examining that. Do you understand? I'm saying that the way that you think, because you know him, you feel you have to defend him.
I don't. You have to understand that. No, you have to understand. I came on this live telling you that I'm not here to defend him. right? I'm not here to defend nobody.
Inadvertently, you are.
I'm giving
Within the
you my
discourse,
subjective thoughts. That's all I'm doing.
but
And you are
they don't seem very objective. They're
no,
subjective
I
because
said
they're going to be.
subjective. I just said
Naturally, they're going to
subjective.
be.
I just said subjective. I told you that I'm
Oh,
ringing you because you
sorry.
invited me onto your live stream or anybody that wanted to discuss it. So I'm giving you my subjective thoughts. You understand? Whether you agree with them or not. And yes, okay, yeah, we're all living in one community, but it's so diverse and, partitioned and sporadic that, it coming like we're strangers to each other. You understand? So I was just trying to figure out anything that could be in ways of a solution that can make this thing a little bit better than it is. Sis,
I don't. You're asking me, or you're suggesting?
no, I'm just saying that's what I'm bringing up to. That's my thoughts, and those are the questions that I had in my head.
I do hear you. I hear what you're saying, and I hear about you saying. You just sound like somebody that loves your community and that you don't want to deal with all this ugliness. Because it is ugly.
Yes, exactly.
Ugly. It is so ugly. But do you think that I want to deal with it? Because let me tell you, I'm not really bothered whether people support me, used to, didn't, now do. I don't care. It's all about the victims. I didn't choose to come on and start calling out people's names. These women contact me. They contact me. You understand what I'm saying? It's not just saying, oh, let me think of this. No. They pop up in my inbox telling me their stories. Yeah.
And this is why I feel your pain, because
the fact of the matter is, what I've come to realize over the last year, is that there are so many of the well-known names in Brixton that were going on with wrong things.
Of course, I did hear that as well.
I can't help that, sis. I can't help that.
You see, the thing is,
where I'm coming from?
I do.
But I called out one guy because I realized I've been hearing about his name for years. Everybody had Vincent Rat. Yeah. And then suddenly I'm finding out that somebody very close to home, he's done it to them when they were 12.
And it's not a good look.
So I put up my hand and said, hell no, this has to stop now. And I called out the man, and I thought I was just calling out the man. I did not know that I would be flooded with all these women, including a baby mother of a man that I know myself.
And that's why I feel your pain, is because it must be harrowing to have all of these different emotions, having to deal with, and you want to help them, and I understand that, and you actually have opened up.
The only recourse that they're going to get, what I need you to understand, sis, and others, is the only recourse that these women are getting. Put Peter Bailey's recent thing to one side, because that's very recent. That's not historic. But the majority of women that contact me were sexually abused as children 30, 40 years ago. The evidence is gone. The only recourse, and they've been to the police time and time again, and nothing's been done. So the only recourse they have is to do this. That's how they feel. Why don't
I heard that. This is what I'm saying. That's why
there's TV is going to bring him on, sis. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Blessed love. Yes.
What's going on? You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get into this, first of all, I want to make something clear. Yeah. Any man, black, white, green, purple, who's raped, disrespected any woman in this earth, I'm against that.
Good.
And secondly, Peter Bailey, I don't put no posters up of no one in my bedroom. You're a grown woman. You say you're respectful. That's a disrespect you didn't need to say.
I was being deliberately disrespectful tonight.
Why would you do that? Because I've done 2 interviews, Miss Rose, and I'll make it clear.
Is there a reason that you're shouting, first of all? Like, if you could bring the volume down,
this is how I speak. Anyone who's watched me for over 15 years knows how I speak.
I don't know how you speak. I've never heard of you before.
In 2 interviews with Mr. Bailey, I did not once disrespect you. You've come on this live and you've dug me out about 7 times.
Yeah, I have.
I'm not these people that are scared to talk. We can go all night.
All right, but if you let me finish and stop shouting, because I don't really appreciate the shouting thing. I
apologize for that, but I speak loud.
Okay. Oh, okay, right.
But as for you,
let me tell you something. The first interview, if you look at my live last week, I said,
saw it.
I bigged you up for that interview. But the second one, my brother, I felt that you were very leading. You were.
Okay.
And I didn't feel, it felt as if you were trying to lead him where you wanted him to go in terms of not coming on the live, in terms of trying to make whatever he was playing to you. It wasn't objective. Why did you not ask him about what the lady was saying? Just taking his word.
Let me answer your questions. For starters, if you watch the interview properly, I started with saying what the public wanted to know. Right. I led it nowhere. I gave 4 questions from people that have watched it and left comments.
Yeah, fair
then every single question was literally what you said. I asked him what he thought of that. There was no lead in him. Let me tell you about me and Peter Bailey. I've known Peter Bailey for years. We're not friends. We're not friends. I've seen him in my life about 6 times.
You know what I was upset with you about?
One sec, please.
I was upset with you.
I'll let you say your piece. Let me finish mine. Because I want people to know the facts. I don't want fiction.
All right, good.
I've never walked with Peter Bailey when he was on road. I was in the areas he was in. I've never walked with him. But I'm telling you this as a fact. For 20, 30 years, I've known Peter Bailey's name. And I have heard every story there is about him. People tell me him because they know I ask the real talk. I have never heard anybody who hates Peter Bailey say he's a rapist. People want me to ask him fuckery. They have never said Peter Bailey's a racist.
No, I could say the same thing as well.
So what does that mean then? That he didn't do
that
it?
Means,
nobody's ever spoken out. For years, nobody spoke out about some of the others.
You're right.
They're speaking out
You're
now.
right. You're right. But let me tell you, you're doing a few dodgies yourself.
Like
you
what?
made it clear that Peter Bailey has been arrested.
He was arrested.
Okay, let me just finish. And you said all these social medias have been took down. That was a lie.
It wasn't a
I
lie.
told you, I've known him forever. He's never had a social media.
It wasn't
He's
a lie.
never had a social media.
Can you
doesn't know how to work WhatsApp.
Did you listen to the beginning of the live?
I heard everything you've said. Do you know what? I don't even have to come on your thing.
So it wasn't a lie, was it?
People every week sending me your things.
All right. So if somebody tells me that, how is it a lie from me? This lady
said saying your thing is the truth to you. You ain't got the right to say everyone else is a liar.
I'm not going to speak to you. You're going to shout.
Who gave you the right?
I'm going to take you off.
No, because you're not giving everyone their opinion.
Hold on. You
just said on your life that Peter Bailey was trying to come on it. That's another lie.
No, it ain't. No, it's not a lie. How dare you say that?
He's not going to come live because he's got no internet.
Somebody in my thing and it said Peter Bailey. And
Peter Bailey.
That could be a troll account, innit?
It may well be a troll account.
To everybody watching this.
It's not a lie.
To everybody watching these lives, I'm stating a fact to you.
I wish
I am not Peter Bailey's friend, but I will tell you this. I will tell you this. Peter Bailey has no Instagram, no YouTube, no Facebook, no Snapchat. He just about knows how to work.
It is a minor point because.
And again, I'll say to everybody
you're
on
not
this
letting me speak now, are you?
If Peter Bailey has ever disrespected a woman by raping her, then I am fully with Miss Rose that he should be punished. But if Peter Bailey has not done it, then he should not be slandered until you have the 100% facts to give us.
The truth a chance to come out, innit? Give the truth a chance to come out.
Give us the whole facts, because you are slandering names.
Well, I'm really sorry. It's not about slandering his name, Daredess. I don't know.
You've done that.
Yeah, it's not about slandering his name.
But you've done that.
So how about we flip it on its head? What if she's telling the truth?
Then he needs to be dealt with.
And how will you know she's telling the truth? And how
do you know she is not?
How will you know what will satisfy you?
And how would you know if Peter Bailey's not?
I asked you a question.
I don't know.
Satisfy you? Oh, you don't
I don't know.
Oh, well, I know.
But you don't know. You wasn't there.
On this platform,
you wasn't there.
The women are believed. The woman is not going to come and tell a lie like that on the likes of Peter Bailey. And
Peter Bailey has run the streets for over 30 years. A lot of people hate him. They're going to talk shit on his character.
This
Do you
woman
not
hadn't
think I
even
know
seen him
this?
for 5 whole years, and there's people that testify to that.
Okay,
She's
will
known
you
him
do
for
me a
43,
favour, please?
and she has not even seen him for 5 years before the incident. I can't say too much more about that
All
day
right.
because
All
it was
right.
in police hands. But I'm telling you, I am telling you that I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Otherwise, I'd never have called his name.
All
That's
right, then.
what I'm
So let's
telling
get
you,
it out
innit?
then.
And
Here's
you
what
might have
you've
your
done.
platform there, Des, where
Here's
you're
what
going to
you've
say
done.
what you say.
Here's
But
what
on my
you've done.
platform, that woman
Starting,
is believed
you've
because the evidence she's
disrespected my
presented.
interview.
You're talking over me now.
All right, sorry, I'm just going to
Please
say
stop.
this. You've
Right. No,
disrespected
because you
my
just said
2
it quite a bit. Let me
interviews,
just
but
respond
I
to
will
you a bit,
tell
and then
you
can
this
say
fact
afterwards.
now.
If
I
you're
will
going to
tell
talk
you a
over me and
fact.
shout, I'm booting you out. There, then please.
95%
Right, I'm
of the
booting you out because
people
you're
on
not letting
your
me speak.
lives,
You want me to boot you out?
95% of the people on your lives will never ask Peter Bailey in his face what I done. So
Because
whatever
they're
they
too
say on
scared.
your
They're
life,
too scared of him. And why are they?
well,
And
you
why
were
were you
saying I
bigging him
never
up as
went
a
in enough.
legend?
You were
The
saying I
reason
never
I'm
went in.
upset with you, Des,
Yeah.
is because you were bigging him up as a legend.
All
That's
right.
why I'm pissed off with you.
All right.
Why
Soon
is
as
he a
you finish,
legend?
I'll explain that. You ready?
Please. Yeah.
Okay. Hear what I'm saying to everyone watching this live. Peter Bailey is a legend. I never made him a legend. This is what it is. You got people just names as foul as they were, and let me tell every woman watching this live, I do not respect no man who disrespects any woman. But Peter Bailey, his name has gone for 30, 40 years. There's people out
Are
here.
you aware
One
of
sec,
what
one
his
sec,
name is
please.
famous for?
Please, I know what he's
Are you
famous
aware of
for.
what his name's famous
I know
for?
what he's famous for.
No,
But
no,
I'm
do you know
saying-
what it is? No,
One
do you know what it
sec,
is?
I'm going to give you my
No,
answer.
do you know what it is? This is what it is. Peter Bailey is a Brixton legend. Brixton.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. You're right.
Brixton.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's
And there's
gone all
quite a few.
over.
No, I'm just saying. Afua, I'm just saying. I grew up in Brixton, and we've got a few legends that we call legends. Perhaps it was in
I
a
never made him that legend. The
Yeah.
roads did.
the
Let
road,
me
the
just
street,
tell you
the
one
street.
thing.
It's about time.
All right,
yeah,
sorry, one
that
thing, and
as
then I'll
grown
let you
ass
do yours.
people.
But it's got nothing to do with us, though. It's got nothing to do with us.
Interview I ever done with Peter Bailey.
Hold on a minute.
Before all
I'm
these
talking to the sister.
allegations, I done a Peter Bailey interview about 5 years ago. I tell both you ladies, 100%,
that.
no lies. I had people from Jamaica. I had people from America.
I know Bailey, man.
Getting
He's a
at me on
legend.
DMs
Road
telling me,
legend.
oh my God, Peter Bailey is a
Brixton.
legend. He's a
But
We
road
are
legend.
we are all addicted to badness in our community, and
But I can't help
I'm saying
That's
that
how
as
we grew up, though,
responsible
innit?
people. No, let me finish. As responsible people, you don't get to justify why it is
No,
that you
it's not
continue
justifiable.
the narrative of him being a legend. I am not down with that, and that's why I'm pissed off with you. That's
Okay,
why.
but like I said, I do my interviews on what people want to know. If someone says Peter Bailey's a legend, I'm going to say that. I'm not scared of no comments. People can
It's
say
not
what
in.
they want.
I'm
It's
sorry.
not
say
in.
it
You can
against
believe
you,
that
Miss
yourself.
Rose.
I don't feel
say
that you put it
against you,
out.
Miss Rose.
So Olive, sorry,
95% of the internet
So I was just saying, it's just what the streets are saying. It's not him.
ask Peter Bailey what I asked
It's
him.
not me.
So when they're cussing my
It's just,
interview,
that's
I
how we grew
want
up
to
in
see
Brixton.
them try it.
Maybe, but he's not the only one, though. There's only for them. Only for Brixton legends.
But
Little
isn't that
Andy.
something you guys need to examine?
So rest in peace.
All right, can I ask you a question about
Don't you
your
think
evidence?
that's something you guys hold on there, Des? You said a lot.
We've never had an opportunity to deal with that. That's just how we grew up, isn't it?
Yeah, but is that something that you think that we should be continuing in this day and age as
Obviously,
grown-ass people?
things have changed so much. We ain't got no space for no nothing else apart from seeing what this government is doing with this pandemic, right?
And like American.
The anomalies.
Brixton, can I just say, Brixton is the global face of UK Black people, just
Well,
like Black Americans is the global face of all Black people.
Well, you know,
I believe that it is, whether you accept that or
well,
not.
it's what it is.
The global face of UK Black people. You guys have got a power base there. Then that actually it's been used for so much good, but there's so much filth that comes out of that, guys. That's why you're known by the rest of London as Dirty South. We can't keep perpetuating that.
No.
We can't.
I mean, I can't apologize for it because that's what I've been
You should apologize for it. More than this, is perpetuated that by picking the man as a bloody legend because the streets say so.
No, but let me explain something. Though, Afua, quick. Let me just quickly say this. I love Brixton. But because of gentrification, Brixton ain't the same. So I can't
Okay,
make the
sorry.
difference.
Let me jump in, please. I want to ask you something about one piece of your evidence. You said today that I've done an interview with Peter Bailey and I haven't put out all the voice notes.
I didn't say that. I said, why did you not ask him? I didn't say that.
No, I've heard
Peter
you.
Bailey. I said Peter Bailey hadn't put out all the voice notes.
No, you said
and
there's
then I
something
asked the question.
suspicious
Wait
about
there,
that.
yes. I asked the question. Did you hear the rest of them? I didn't say you didn't put them out. I asked you. I'm asking you now. Did you hear all of them?
Well, I'll tell you what. I never heard all of them, but I saw them on the phone, and there's a lot more than you just said. You see your message there. You see, you just said to people earlier on that you're going to play them all. How comes none of them came through except for one? The one where he
I'm
said...
sorry, but I've played two.
No, but them ones were on my thing. The ones you only played one. You only played one that we haven't heard.
I played two.
You played one that we haven't heard.
I played two, please.
You said, the woman said...
I played all of them, and I played the
woman
two.
Said, Peter Bailey, you've done me a wrong one. What does that mean? What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Peter Bailey, you've done me a wrong one. What does that mean?
There's going to be no court. I said if you put that together with there will be no court case, I won't get the pops involved. You put all of that together, it's questionable.
Of course, it don't mean he's a rapist, though.
My concern, my concern is that
he also hasn't come up with an explanation.
My concern,
for what that's all about, because he didn't
my concern is
you haven't either.
Can I just say something? Yo. Can I just say something? My concern is that the fact that all of this information, whether it's evidence or it's circumstantial, that's been let off by both parties, is now in the public domain. So is it worthy of being used as evidence if there was a court case anyway?
He already used it as put it in the public domain. I haven't put it. That's the reason why I didn't play the others. For Dede's asking that.
I mean, you couldn't use it anyway.
To you. The same as yourself, Miss Rose. The same as yourself, Miss Rose.
Excuse me.
I could put a lot more out there.
Shouting, I can't deal with. Listen.
I could put a lot more out there.
Shouting.
But you are not giving the full facts.
I am giving the full facts.
And you're disrespecting people.
What I said at the beginning of my video is that Peter Bailey has already played these things. I'm going to play you two more on top of what he's played, because they have given me permission to do that. The rest of what is there, I can't show that because Peter Bailey ain't already let it out of the bag, and that would mean that I would be showing police evidence.
Sorry, I heard the words come out your mouth that you're going to play them all. That's what I heard you say.
I said I'm playing all of them.
You're going to play all of them, and you played one.
You misunderstand quite a lot.
I heard it. I heard your life.
No. You misunderstand and misconstrue a lot of what I said.
This is the first time that I've ever come on your life.
The other thing as well that you misconstrued what I said is that
I heard your words.
Is that Peter Bailey, that these women have said they've been suffering under him for years. Who told you that? I did not say that. You misconstrued. What I said is that the woman had known him for years. Not that she'd been suffering under him for years. She hadn't seen him in 5 years. Just
you
like
didn't
you
say the words that she'd known him for years.
You're
misconstruing a lot yourself.
Just like you've just misconstrued what I said.
You're misconstruing a lot yourself.
I did not say that. I said I'm going to
Yeah, but what's the solution? What is the solution?
You misconstrued.
The RD TV. Afua.
I've got to finish this bit because I'm going to answer the brother.
What's the solution?
What I said was, I'm going to play all of them meaning all the ones that he's played, which I went on to say, and I'm going to play two more on top of that. That's what all of them meant. Stop missing.
Yes, and how do we
resolve? You didn't state it
if you're
like
going to continue shouting,
you didn't state it. I'm not shouting.
I'm going to remove you.
I am not shouting.
You are.
I promise you, I'm not shouting.
This is not shouting.
This is how I talk. I apologize.
Well, please use your indoor voice. I don't know what that is. That's shouting.
This is not shouting.
This is how you say it all the time.
You misconstrued what the fact that Peter Bailey, you've done me a wronger means. That does not mean any man is a rapist.
You've done me a wronger. You've done me a wronger. And I won't call the police.
If this woman has been raped, I swear to God, I am fully behind him getting his just desserts.
Right.
Not only is she saying you've done me a wrong, you have to take. It's not just that one thing. She's done me a wrong. You know, put it together with everything else she's saying and her tone of voice. That's what
She
I'm talking
sounds
about.
like she's on it.
When you put it together with the court case thing, I'm not going to get the feds involved. This ain't about no court case. What could she possibly be talking about? That's what I'm saying, Des.
The woman's telling Bailey.
When you heard that,
the woman's telling Bailey, answer your fucking phone. That's pretty greasy for a woman who's scared of her someone.
And the fact that
around there, does that sound plausible to you?
To be honest, with regards to that sounds a bit dodgy. Because I know the full. No, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. I know the reason why it was all supposed to have started. So I'm not going to say that.
Truth. You want to believe Bailey. Go ahead and believe Bailey on your platform.
I don't believe nobody.
And a lot of the people in these chats agree with me.
No,
there's got to be a question over what that woman was talking about.
Not one question I asked Bailey showed anyone that I believe anything.
Yeah, but I'm saying, hello, I'm saying the fact that she was, this is before she went to detox, this was all said, you know. So the same way, you know, that Bailey, right, could have been, I don't know, whatever. She could have.
Not before she went to detox, it's afterwards.
So it wasn't, these voice notes weren't made in July.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. So before the voice notes were made, or around about the time the voice notes were made, that's before she went to detox, isn't it?
Afterwards.
Oh, so she went to detox before?
Sorry, before, yes. Okay. Before the actual incident, she went to detox. So it caused her to come off the wagon, and that's why she sounds a bit out of it in those voice notes, to be fair. But then
I'm just looking at influences. But what I'm saying to both of you is,
you would be out of it, wouldn't you, if you'd been given a date rape drug rate and you don't know what's going on in the actual text messages. She says, "I just need to know what happened." You would want to know what happened because you're sorry. Look, whether Deada's TV believes it or not, whether you believe it or not, let's play some devil's advocate. If you had been date, raped, drugged, and woken up 2 days later, would you be corpus mentis?
Well, I mean,
you're not gonna be.
Okay. I mean,
you're going to be corpus mentis, are you? You're going to be all over the place. You're going to want some answers, and it ain't a stranger that's coming to your yard and done it. It's a person you know 40 years that you were sitting down. He's having a drink. You're having some lemon water because you've just come out of detox, and you need to know some answers. Yeah, you're going to want to try and do something. You understand?
Let me say,
me personally, I can tell you straight. If that happened to me, I won't be getting no feds involved. I'd try and lure him round as well.
Okay, that's fair.
Because nobody can do me like that. Also, why did this woman need so many stitches? And I've seen evidence of that. She went
I'm glad we brought that up because I didn't want to say that first. All right, let me ask you this now as my devil's advocate to both you ladies. If a big brute, as Peter Bailey has been made out to be, has done you what he has done to this woman, why would you continuously be belling off his phone in the hope? In the hope that he's going to come round so that you can stab him? When he's such a dirty piece of work, do you think you're going to be able to do that?
Do you think that a woman that has been raped, Deada's TV, is in her right mind? She's actually very happy now. She's very happy. She's very, very happy that he didn't come round because she's back in her right mind with it all. Do you think that a woman that's been through that is in her right mind?
Why would she even want to do that when she's got the police that she can go to? What? I mean, and
you're from Brixton and you're asking me that.
Yeah, but I mean, she's still gone to them. Yeah, but she's still gone to them anyway. If
you thought that you could get some links and do him something, I never said that she was thinking about being on her own.
That's why I was wondering if she was still drinking.
No, like I don't think that is an unusual response to a woman that's been bloody done like that. I got
raped. As I said, I got molested. I got interfered with when I was a teenager. Yeah. And I'm, you know, the pain is unbearable. But I know that there's a Most High, and what goes around comes back around. So I'm not going to want to kill him.
Well, that's just you. I'm telling
That's what
you
I'm
that
saying.
if I
So
woke
it's
up
different.
disorientated, that listen, for women that have been through that, right? It's not so much the rape that kills them, you know. It's the fact they don't know what's happened. Somebody who's raped and not under a drug knows what took place. They know who did it. They know exactly what happened. But someone who's been through that, and that's why men get away with things like that, because it's so
Okay.
hard to prove. It's
So
so
this
Head
hard
is
to
what I
prove.
will say.
it dissolves in
I'm
your blood,
making
and
some
there's no
complete
evidence of it
misrolls.
after a certain time.
Listen, if you've been asleep for 2 days, a drug like Rohypnol comes out of your system very quickly. That's why it's the
Right.
choice of rapists.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this is what I'd say to that. If the police have been informed, and
They
like I
have.
say again, okay, and like I say again, if this woman has had this happen to her, I'm completely sorry for her, and I hope she gets her justice. But if a
Definitely.
woman is telling the police that she's had 6 stitches, it's dead. 5, 6 stitches, it's dead after that. Bailey is a prolific villain from back in the day. The feds are taking him to jail until it's offered. All of it is out in the open. He's on remand. There's no talk to that.
Well, this is
He
what I'm
cannot
saying.
walk the
Des.
street
This
after
is
he
what
done
I'm
that to a
saying.
woman.
This is
that
the
does make
questions that
sense.
are being asked not only by the victim and the family, but also by me. What the hell are the police doing? They've nicked him once, they've questioned him a second time, and now they're talking that because of these videos, they're going to nick him again. But why is he
Yeah,
still on road? I'm
He
asking the
told
same
me,
question.
he told me during the week, yeah, that the police said that if she rings you again, they must, right, if she rings Peter again, Peter must call them.
She hasn't been calling Peter. She sent those voice notes and whatever. He's not answered, and that's the end of it. She's not contacted
That's
him.
what he told me. I don't know. I was just talking to him during the week.
Or someone's lying here. And at the end of the day, like I'll say to Dedes then, why would this woman come up against the mighty Peter Bailey for nothing?
Do you know what? I've got some things I know, but just like yourself,
She's
I can't
62
bring
years
that out.
old. She's
I can't bring
incontinent.
that out.
Why?
That's something we'll have to find out through the authorities, because neither of us have got the truth. Neither of us. You're doing your side. You're doing your side. I'm simply giving him his
I
chance,
believe the
please.
victim. I've said a million times on this platform why I believe certain victims. I don't believe every woman that comes and tells me, and they never get aired out here. They stay in my DMs and I leave them where they are because I'm a bit doubtful. But you see the ones that I do call with, it's because I am absolutely 100% sure. And those women would not be lying and keeping up this lie for a whole year and doing what they do. There's no way. I've spoken to the family of this victim and the victim herself. I believe her. That's what I'm saying, Dedes, and I make no apologies for that.
Well, I would say something to you, because I don't like to do things behind people's backs. So I'll let you know this, Miss Rose. As much as the women are behind you, and big up to all of them, because any woman who suffered at the hands of a man, justice is needed. But there's a lot of people on road that say you are just screaming out names, because you know people will get behind that. There's a lot of people that have done
what they
foul
bloody
to
well
women.
like there.
No, but there's a lot of men
that
have done foul to women that nobody cares about. No one wants to hear about that man because he's got no weight. You're not screaming.
I call that a lot of people that nobody knows. A lot.
You're
of
not
people.
Screaming them like you're screaming
but
the
I
Bailey.
Am, though. But I am.
You're not.
And
You're not seeing it.
It's not me that's not screaming them. It's the women. If they're getting screamed at all, I call out what's in my DMs. I call out the people I've spoken to. I've called out the people that present evidence and genealogies. That's who I call out. I don't care who they are. There's like just a few weeks ago, I called out a bloke in Birmingham. Nobody knows him. No one knows him. You don't know him. Nobody knows him. There's loads of people I call out, but you don't only pay attention to the ones who you know in Brixton. I call out everybody.
No, I've heard you call out names that ain't Brixton.
So why are you saying that then?
I'll ask you something. Because Bailey's the only person who's come to me for an interview. I'm not going to talk no one's name unless they.
No, you said that I'm calling out a lot of names. There's a lot of people who are not well-known names, and I'm not calling them out. I'm not screaming their name loud. Well, what are you talking about? You just contradicted yourself.
I've just said to you, there's no contradiction.
You just said you've seen the ones I've called out that are not well-known.
Are based on asking people in their face. I don't do lives. Look at my history. I've never been on lives. I'm coming on your live
You've
'Cause you're
said to
talking
me,
my name.
you've just said to
I'm
me,
gonna
there,
explain
Des,
to you on
that
my
you've
name.
seen me call out other people, and then in the same breath you're saying that I only call out the ones with names.
Did you just
What
hear
is
me
it?
earlier telling you people send me your lives every week? I don't
You
automatically
must
come
know
on
that
here
I'm
to
calling
watch
them
you.
out that are not
I'm not
always
gonna
well-known
watch
men.
you. I'm
And they're
not
not all from
watching you.
Brixton.
People are sending me your lives.
You keep talking about these people like I give a damn about who these dissenters are.
But you
I stand
don't give
for the
a damn
victims.
about nobody's
I
families
care
anyway.
about the victims, there, Des. That's who I care
Exactly.
about.
And if they are 100% victims, give us the proof. Last week
why do I have
you
to
said
give you the
last
proof?
week
If
that
I
this
give you
week
as much as the
you
victims
said
want,
last week
I give you
that
as
this
much
week
as the
you're
victims
going to
want
give
me
us
to
the
know.
truth whether
All
Peter
right, let me just let
Bailey's
you
here
shout.
or not.
And when you
You
finish
haven't
shouting,
given
I'll
us
say what I've got to
nothing this
say.
week.
Yeah?
You haven't given us nothing.
Hold on. Sorry, you come with a sense of entitlement. I don't have to give you anything.
I'm talking
stand
about the
for
fans that
the
are behind you.
victims.
You've given
Yeah?
them nothing.
And at the end of the day,
You've given
at the end
nobody
of the
nothing
day,
this week.
at the end of the day,
You just keep going round in
and
circles.
at the end of the day, what I will give you is what the victims allow me to give you, and the
So then
rest.
you've got to
if
stop
it's-
saying you're going to
and
give
the
what you're not
rest,
gonna.
and the rest, if it is in police hands, there's only so much we can give out. These call-outs are about the fact that women want these men exposed. That's what these call-outs are about. Deal with it, there, Des. You're actually getting on my nerves now because you
Yeah,
shout
why
a
is
lot.
that? Because I'm not saying what you like.
No, because you shout. And
I'm
I can't
talking
talk
how
to a
I
man that
talk.
shouts.
All
But
right,
I
I'm
was talking to
fine.
The Black Olive wasn't agreeing with me, and we didn't have this
Okay.
type of thing.
All right, well,
did
I'm going to
we?
do this
Because
then.
the energy that
I'm
you
gonna
bring
do
on
this.
is horrible.
All
Do
right,
you know
cool.
what I mean?
I'm going to come
Are you
off
going to
your line.
listen, or are you just going to keep screaming and shouting and telling me
No,
about what
no,
the
I'm going to
roads
come
are
off of
saying?
your line.
The roads
I'm
are
going
the
to finish
people.
like this.
The roads are the people who protected these people. I don't give a damn what the roads are saying, because the roads are the problem, in my opinion.
Okay. So I'll tell you this. Yesterday alone, I had 3 black women that are nothing to do with roads telling me this is bollocks.
Well,
They want
bully
me
for
to
them.
come and
3
talk to
black
you.
women. I've got over 8,000 followers across.
I'm
3
talking about
platforms.
yesterday.
I
Just
don't
yesterday.
care. They have their
It seems
opinion.
like you don't care about
I
nothing
don't
but what
care
you've
about
got
their
to say.
opinions. If they want to try to defend
You
what's
don't
going
care
on in
about
Brixton
no one's
and
opinion.
deny what's been going on in Brixton because it didn't affect them, that's
Okay.
totally up to them. Why would I need to take that on board? 3 women. Tell
No,
me
I
that.
just told you in one day. I've had bare people.
That's fair
at me.
enough, but I get
Bare people.
hundreds upon hundreds of DMs supporting me from men and women.
And yet you're only screaming out a few names that are
I
wrong.
don't scream out the few names. You've just said yourself, I have called out other names.
No,
What are
I'm
you talking
talking about for everyone to know. You're screaming
What?
out the names weekly that everybody knows, but you've given us nothing.
I have not. Do you
Not
know somebody?
one
Do
thing.
you know somebody?
You've given us a voice
do you
note
know somebody
today.
called Michael
You've given
Campbell?
us a voice note today
Do
saying
you know someone
Bailey,
called Michael Campbell?
saying
Do
Bailey,
you know
you
Conroy?
done
I
me
could go
wrong.
on.
Bailey,
What?
you done me a wrong. That does not mean anything.
Bailey, you done me a wrong, and when you put that together with the court case business, what is she talking about? You still can't answer that,
I
can you?
please want to know because I don't know.
Oh,
but
well,
you
you don't
do.
know then. That's
You
it.
do though.
Let the public decide,
You
and
do,
that's
so
what I
please
wanted
tell
to do
me.
tonight.
Enlighten
Anyway,
me.
why don't, if you're in contact with Peter Bailey, why doesn't he come on? Why are you here?
Okay, I'm glad because that's how I'm going to finish this. I'm going to say this to you. Your struggle with what you're doing, I am 100% behind it. The truth
Doesn't feel like it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. With regards to Peter Bailey, he's not going to come on a live. He's not my friend. I know him. I've not walked with him. He's dealt with me right. I'm dealt with him right. As regards you, please, miss, why would you not meet him? He would be silly to lay an hand on you when you're protecting the women. Why would you not meet him one-to-one? He is never going to do nothing to you. You're the voice. You do not want to meet him one-to-one, but you want him to come on a live that he's never done in his life. Meet the man and tell him what you think. You can have your security. You would never be harmed. He wants to tell you.
Like I said, if it was with my people on my turf, I would consider it.
Then do that.
I said
He's
that.
willing for that.
Yeah.
He told me personally, you can bring whoever you want. He don't want no problems. He wants you to tell him face to face.
You see, the problem with me is with that is that Peter Bailey is connected to a lot of other people that want to do me harm. That's my issue.
I understand your issue, and that's
That's it.
100%
I've got
fact.
children.
But then let's say this again. Peter Bailey and any other man whose name you've mentioned would be the biggest fool to touch a hair on your head. So you
Well,
would be able to
I don't think for 1 minute that they're not fools. That's what I don't think. What do you want me to say?
I can't argue with what you think there. But I'd like to say I'm going to come off now.
I'm not adverse to the idea, you know. I'm not, but that would have to be brokered very carefully. That's what I've got to say with that.
That would be it.
I'm not adverse to the idea. Not at all.
Okay, so like I say, I'm going to leave it as...
Stop calling him a legend, please, dear Des. It's really not a good look.
That's not my thing. It's what we all see him as.
Well, squash it then. Like, dead that. Like, dead it. You don't have to continue.
Even if he does stop saying it, it's not going to stop a lot of other people from saying it.
Thank you.
I'm not dealing with other people. I'm dealing with Des and his interview and the way he linked up on his platform.
Okay.
Like, it's wrong, isn't it? Like, stop perpetuating that. I think we.
I'll be honest with you.
Not just with Peter Bailey, you know, with a lot of other people. Rat was held up as some sort of legend. These people are not legends.
Because again, he is. He is. The road is a legend.
Well, they're not good legends.
I never made this. I just tell you what people are on.
We can choose to perpetuate it or not. I don't call him a legend, whether he's called a legend by the community or not. I don't call him that. Because I don't believe we should be putting these people for the nasty things that they did. Peter Bailey did not do any good works in his community. He did not elevate it.
Yeah, but as I said, he's not the only one. And they did the same
thing. We're discussing him tonight, whether he's not the only one or not. We've called out some of the ones like Rat. He never elevated the community either.
There's a whole lot more than
that. Sorry.
There's a whole lot more. And I'm only one person. And I only talk about what people talk to me about.
I'd like to say that I don't know the ins and outs of Rat's life. But he did elevate the community in a lot of ways. He's done a lot for the Brixton community through the years.
How can you like? So did Jim Savile. Jim Savile also did a lot of charity.
Well, this is it. I'm saying
stripped of all of that because we realised that he was a wolf in sheep's
clothing. No, but you just said he hasn't. He has stood up. In fact,
it don't count.
In fact, Vincent Rat stood up in a meeting with you yourself.
You know what he was doing to the girl
Vincent Rat stood up in a meeting with you
yourself.
Yourself.
Count.
And he shut
what
you
he
down.
Was doing to the girl children.
I watched it.
You just sound like an apologist for all of them. I've actually had enough of you.
Oh dear.
Go on. No, I'm not having that. I've had enough of him.
Wow.
You just sound like an apologist for everybody. You want to big up Vincent Rat? He's done a lot for the community. Get out of here.
See, I'm
the highest order. Everybody knows what he's done in this community, and this man wants to come and tell me what.
I'm about solutions, Afua, and I feel like we spend more time. Jesus, we spend more time with this negative energy, more than positivity. You know, it just feels wrong. You know.
Well, I'm really sorry, but like I said, in order to heal my sister, the bump has to get squeezed, doesn't it? And a lot of people don't like the stench of the pus. They don't like the stench of the pus, and they don't like who's squeezing the boils. They don't like it. And that guy just now didn't really make much sense to me. He was just screaming and shouting quite a lot, and it didn't make sense.
I see where he's coming from, but you know, in my opinion, everybody has to be filtered, right? And everybody has to make themselves clear and have an opportunity to do that. You understand? Irrespective, I'll say it again, whether they're right or they're wrong, they need to present themselves in a way that is, you can relate to in a positive way, because we're not going to get anywhere by shouting, yeah. And he's got some valuable points that he wants to put across, which is
he had a few points, but he didn't do himself any favors. And not only that, he's saying that he's not defending anybody, but he damn well is. Of course he is. He totally believes.
It's not what you do, it's the way that you do it. Yeah, but it's not what you do, it's the way that you do it. So it's about mutual respect, and we get solutions and resolve stuff, because this thing is ongoing.
The solution is, my sister, before we close, because I'm going into like nearly 3 hours on this live, and I've got
right. Yeah, and it's been a long day for me as well. Just passed my driving test, so
well done.
Yeah, thank you. I'm kind of chuffed I can drive legally now. Provisional driving wasn't that great, so I've got a holy pond as well. I believe, that there is a God. right? First and foremost, sis, yeah. And I believe that we are coming from a long way, not just as black people, just as people in general. Do you get what I'm saying? We're coming from so far, but in particular, black people, yeah. And to be here in this 2021 and on some worse thing like what we had in the past, you know, in terms of resolving our status or our position or condition, right? We're not getting nowhere. So the solution is we have to, you know, like I got a degree, yeah, in digital media productions. I build websites from scratch. I'm into multimedia and stuff like that. But what I learned when I was doing my degree is sometimes you're gonna have to work with people you don't even like. You understand, sis? Yeah. In order to come to a solution. So maybe we might be able to meet. I don't know. Sis, you know what? I put it in the hands of the Most High. But all I'm saying is that those.
None of us have got the answers, right? None of us have got the answers. I don't have the answers. I'm just doing literally a public service. Women contact me. They say, this man has done this to me, whenever it was, blah, blah, blah. I go off, I do my investigations, I speak to these people, and they say, I want him exposed. And I say, okay, I will do that. Yeah. If people are hurt by that, I cannot concern. I think I told you and Pepe this at the march on the interview. I can't concern myself with that. My service is for those victims that have never ever been believed, my sister.
What did I say to you? No, but sis, what did I say to you? I said we wouldn't want nothing to happen to you. Do you understand? Right. Didn't I say that, right? Because somebody was telling me that some people are stepping to other people, and to me, it's like we're going left again.
I can't help that, though, sister. That's an ill within the community. That's an ill within the community, just like this is an ill within the community. Even the reaction to what is going on is dysfunctional, as just as dysfunctional as what happened. Yeah, that's something that Brixton needs to look at.
Right.
That's not on me. Right. How is
that?
Right,
but I think it's too late now because look at this gentrification taking place. It's not the same. You understand?
Most of them have moved to bloody Thornton Heath. Maybe they should just start the movement there at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, the backlash that goes on because people want to cover their dirty secrets. What else do you expect them to do, really? They're not brave enough to come on and put their hands up and say, do you know what? I need bloody help.
Yeah, but it's not just in Brixton that is happening.
No, of course it ain't. I've been saying that. Look, it was Birmingham the other week. Do you understand what I'm saying? We did Birmingham. It was North London. It was West London. But people only want to talk about the Brixton thing. This guy's saying I only ever call out the big names. No. It's the big names that everybody talks about, that everybody wants to jump on.
Emotional. I think everybody, regardless, everybody's just emotional because it's
emotional because their heroes and their legends are being torn down. That's what
maybe in some cases.
I can't help that.
Or some people are in a state of shock at what's going on because this is just new to us as a community. All of this revelation and it's just been happening all at once.
It is new though. I think it became normalized to the point where people just like it wasn't going on.
I'm actually saying what you're doing. I'm actually saying what you're doing is new to us.
Okay,
you know it's just coming all at once, and everybody's is like every week is a different thing. It's too much to take in for some people, maybe.
It is. You know? It is too much for taking for some people. It's too much for everybody to take in, including myself. But I'm not going to do these women a disservice. If you were on the flip side of it and you could see what I see, yeah, and like I said, my hands are tied. You think I wouldn't love to tell them, look, can you come on and defend me, please? I get bashed up week after week after week, and the sisters stay in the dark while I take the bullet. But that's okay.
You got to be tough skin.
That's okay. Because guess what? They will speak when they are ready, if and when they are ready, and I stand here for them. Do you understand? What I'm saying? I don't care if there's no evidence. I don't care what the trolls say. When I say I don't care, that's what I mean. I don't care. Because
you're in a position. You're in a position, sis. You're in a position. So now you, by force, law, whatever, you got to be tough-skinned, right, to take on whatever you're taking on. Remember, the Most High never gives you more than you can bear. So you know, if your work is the Most High's work, you don't care about nothing.
It ain't easy to stand in the gap.
But you got no choice. You got no choice.
Understand me? Like getting bashed and being called all these names and being told that I'm ripping apart the community and this and that and that and this. When it ain't me. It's the duppy them coming up and rising on these people and their works and what they've done. This is karma that is taking place. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many women speaking out. They want to doubt that there was women, that there was even victims in the first place. They wanted to say that they were, I'd invented them. So who were all these women at the march then?
Well, there's a scripture that says everything that goes on in the darkness must come to light, regardless.
That is all that is happening. I never chose it.
So
I never chose
I
it.
don't know.
Remember, so that one guy, I would have left it at that. I don't know these people to be calling their name. I don't know them.
But what I'm saying here is, like, even like people like Bionic Steve and all of these other people, you're gonna get attacking you, on a constant level while you're there, right? Regardless of what you say, it doesn't matter what you say. So what I'm saying is that you've got to learn to be tough-skinned, and you've got to learn to ignore trolls. If you're, you're just concentrating on what you're doing. You know what I mean?
And to be honest with you, sister, for the most part, I do. It's just that every so often a video reaches me that is so virulent, I have to say something. But for the most part, you don't see me getting in no back and forth with these people. I'm not in it.
It's not healthy.
I don't get in the back and forth with them. Every so often, like with Bionic Steve, he'd been going on for months about me. I said nothing. You understand me? People have been sending me his videos time and time again. But when he did that video where he was justifying gang rape, I said something. With Truth and Rights TV, same bloody thing. But when he started to say that I'm tearing up black men, I said something, especially as an advocate of black men. And that's it. If they say something, I feel the need to comment, I will say it. But for me to be in some internet war back and forth thing with them, sister, I ain't got the time for it. God knows.
I think they're trying to build their channels.
That's all they're doing. And let them have it. Let them have it. Everyone's got to have their hustle, right? Let them have it, man. Let them have some fun. Who cares?
Exactly.
I really don't care about them and clout. If they want clout, let them go for it. What I'm saying is that this is a bona fide channel that represents victims, and a lot of the perpetrators don't like it. A lot of those perpetrators, including Eamon Edwards, including flipping Sir Lloyd, all of them are trolls in this chat. They hide behind secret anonymous platforms. They never come out and say what they've got to say to my face like Daredest did. Well, good on him. I respect that. You understand? He came on, he said his bit. We didn't agree. He was jarring me a little bit. I kicked him out. It is what it is. Let's shake hands. I ain't got nothing against the brother. Yeah? And
he most probably be back again at some stage,
Anyway, and he can come on if he don't shout as much. I'll be all right.
Listen, I'm going to jump off now, but I'd like to leave you with this, You're in a very powerful position at the moment. You can get to the community, I don't know if everybody's guilty. I don't know if everybody's innocent. To be honest, I'm not watching that. It's not that I don't care. I'm not watching that. What I'm watching is the balance. There's got to be balance from both sides. You understand? That's all I'm watching. So what I'd like you to do is, make sure that you continually keep it balances. And I'm sure that, through time revealing everything, things will work out regardless. Yeah.
Thank you for that, sis. But I can't keep it balanced if the man then won't come on like Peter done something. He's put something out there. They won't come on. They won't.
I hear you, sis.
I'll keep it as balanced as I can.
Well, we can only try.
The balance has been in the man's favor for too long, sister. These women have not been believed for too long. Why? Because they're crack users, because they're drinkers, because they're loose, because they're this, because they're that. They've not been believed for so long. All these women cannot be lying. All of them cannot be lying. And like somebody said, actually, I think last week somebody mentioned, or in a comment, they said something very poignant, and that was, if there's 500 victims and 8 are found to be lying or 10 are found to be lying, it is what it is. We would have still snared whatever. What can we do? What can we do about that?
The greater good.
It's the law of averages. Do you understand what I'm saying? But we would have still exposed the ones that were guilty, isn't it?
Well, you got to do what you got to do, and everything's up to you to make a positive, and as I said, balanced choice. So we go forward instead of backwards. Do you understand, sis?
Anywhere you see a lack of detail, and me reluctant to show too much evidence, it's because it's already with the police. That's it.
Well, that's what I said. Time as a way of revealing everything, and the truth is everywhere. It doesn't matter. It will come out.
And I like to have conversations with some of these people after the fact and see what they got to say for themselves then. Maybe they will be doing public apologies to the victims.
I hear you. Well, we can only wait and see. Sis, you have a peaceful night, and thanks for letting me on. Thanks for letting me on.
Blessed love, sis.
Peace and love.
And there we have it, my brothers and sisters. Wow. Hey, these people want to defend Peter Bailey. Oh, yeah. Well, as I said, I believe the victims. We will keep speaking. Yeah. He needs to prove that he didn't do it just as much as the victim needs to prove that he did. And if the law only saw things in those realms, then maybe we wouldn't be doing a lot of this. Maybe there'd be a lot more justice out there. Maybe there'd be a lot more justice out there. But yes, my brothers and sisters, it is late. I'm going to kind of wrap it up quite soon unless anybody else wants to come in. I shall put the link in one more time. If I can get it on, that is. You know. Yeah, like I said to the brother, I'm not adverse to linking and meeting Peter Bailey, to be fair, but it would have to be very carefully brokered because I don't trust no guy after dark, to be fair, especially somebody with that track record. Sorry. Thanks, moderator. So yeah, if anyone else wants to come and kind of dissect with me that little tirade that just went on with my man, that would be interesting. Because that was just, I mean, if he talks like that, my God, he'd drive me mad. If he was my pitney, I'd be getting beaten. I couldn't take you. Why does he need to shout like that, man? I can't handle that kind of volume. I really, really can't. And I'm just not in the mood for the shouting thing tonight. And I didn't really want to kind of go in and disrespect the brother. He was trying to be as respectful as he possibly could. But yeah, I wasn't making any bones about it. I'm vexed with you. Stop calling this guy a bloody legend. It gets on my nerves. And it just sounded like you were brown nosing him, the way that you were going on. But if that was for entertainment value, my brother, then I get it. That's fine. It's not a problem, not an issue. You said you don't know him, you never used to run. Well, you know him, but you never used to run with him. And you were presenting what the public say. Fine. As I said, your first interview was very good. I thought it was quite balanced. Someone says that Daredevil TV has a hard on for fake legends. It did feel like that. It was like, big up the legendary Peter Bailey in the trench coat. Chat about. I'm like, oh God. I've never heard of this guy. I've never seen any of his footage. Says he's been going for 15 years. But I'm not into YouTube like that, so I wouldn't have known him. And I wouldn't be watching that type of content anyway, for what I do watch on YouTube, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I wouldn't even watch my own content if I wasn't me. Who knows? I tend to watch other things about right knowledge when I do use YouTube, or I just listen to music. But anyway, my brothers and sisters, I believe that there's a lot of people who don't believe Peter Bailey. And when this guy says he's known him for how many years, he's never heard anything about him to this nature. And women don't speak out, especially against people like Peter Bailey. So it's very interesting when one does. He says he knows more, which he obviously can't reveal as well. But yeah, it will be interesting. It'd be nice to have another conversation as well. Maybe we could have a conversation off air, Daredevil, where you can tell me what you know. Maybe that will convince me. But at the moment, I believe the victim. Yeah, you'd have to speak to this sister and hear the sufferation. People don't fake that kind of stuff, man. He did what he did, and she said, "You've done me a wrong." You know, she wanted to underplay it. That's what she wanted to do because she wanted to lure him round. I don't think that's unusual. I don't. She's very happy that she didn't go through with it now because then she would have been in the dock. Yeah, I'm happy that she didn't because why would a sister have to lose her liberty over this piece of whatever if he's done that to her? Which I said I do believe. So that's it. That's my final word on it, unless somebody else wants to say something. And I'm going to bid you guys farewell and good night. In it though, sister said he never walked with him, but he can talk about him with such fever as well, with such surety. Thank you, my sister. You think I'm doing an amazing job, but the roads don't. The roads don't think I'm doing an amazing job. The roads is part of the damn problem. The roads is the reason our children are killing their one another. The roads is the reason that we've got so many women that are on crack and that his children grew up in care only to be buggered and beaten and sodomized by these nasty pedophiles that existed in the care system and created the problems that we've got now. That's what the roads are responsible for. The roads robbed children of their dads, yeah, and of their mothers. The roads has brought our community from being a conscious community into a cesspit, like Black American ghettos. That's what the roads have done for us. You lot must stop hero worshipping the roads and bigging up the roads. We need to stop. That's what internalized racism looks like. Yeah, when we start acting out our own stereotypes. Do you understand? The roads. F the roads. That's what I say. It's time we cleaned up our community. And that's what we're doing. All we're doing is squeezing the bump. Don't like the smell of the pus? Then you need to ask yourself why. That's what it is. Half of them in there. If they ain't already done it, done something like that, it's been in their mind. Yeah? Or they've been doing it and they're very afraid that their name is going to come up, that some sister is going to ring me and their name is going to come up. That's what they're afraid of. Dirty set of people. But yeah, we can sit down and I'll tell Peter Bailey to his face, I don't believe you. There's just too much that's not adding up for me. You know, you need to tell me why this woman would do this to you after knowing you for how long, and inviting you into her yard. What's wrong with you? But we would rather believe that there's all these evil women out there that are just willing to wreck men's lives because they're name brands, than actually think, you know what, there's something in this. Why are all these women saying this? All of a sudden, you know, all of a sudden, they're just popping up because Vincent Rat's name came out. No, they saw that as their moment. You understand me? When the mighty Vincent went down and somebody dared to say his name, like people were saying in voice notes, oh my God, I can't believe Afua said his name. Because there was such a stranglehold over Brixton where you didn't call the bad man's names once they'd done you something. That's what it was. Now it's all coming out. People are telling me, oh, you're just calling names. Nah, these names have been waiting to be called for a long time. That's what the women are telling me. Believe it or don't believe it. I hope every single one of them get their day in court. I really, really do. But until then, we'll continue to do what we're doing. We're continuing to put infrastructure in place that these women won't just have to tell me. They'll be able to tell a whole panel of other sisters that have been through similar things, that have the capability and the skill set to be able to listen to them and signpost them to services. That's the legacy we want to leave behind. Then maybe you can call us legends instead of this foolishness of calling people that robbed their own people a legend. And classic Stockholm syndrome. Let me calling this man a legend when you know what he did to people. My brothers and sisters, I will see you again next week. Hopefully we'll have a calmer live that can look about more business, because there's lots of other names that need to be called out that aren't name brand, actually. Yeah, and we'll keep on doing what we're doing. Blessed love, my brothers and sisters. Once again, thank you. Thank you for your support. And we'll continue to chop it up next week on Community Conversations. Blessed love, my people. Blessed love.